gonna put foot.
Pause. It's long for you. Pause. It's a long 5 months for you.
It is.
Once the college season start, every week, bro, you got to hear it over and over and over again.
I can't wait, man. I'm so hyped for college football. Oh my goodness. Can't wait. Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the spiel, and then we'll go ahead and get started. What's going on, Mr. Realist? How you doing? Edward, what's going on, my man? VC. I don't know if I know you. You might be here. You might have been here before.
Might be 2K VC. 2K VC?
Don't know.
Might be 2K.
All right, we're going to go ahead and do the spiel, and then we'll be back. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you. Yes. What's going on, y'all? So Edward, no quick hits today. We're not doing quick hits. We getting right to the meat.
No, you know what? I do got a small quick hit, man.
Oh, you got it. Why you didn't tell me that before, man?
It just hit my brain. Man. Prayers to the Ronnie Coleman family. 8-time Olympia.
Ronnie Coleman died?
No. He's went under some serious procedure, so he's emergency care. Family isn't really giving out any details right now, but they're asking for prayers and love. As you guys know, I'm a bodybuilder. I literally got my Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll show you guys right here. My Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you have that?
Body. I got my. Yeah, no. I got the Pump and Iron movie, but this is the encyclopedia of modern bodybuilding, man. So I've really been in this industry for quite a long time. Ronnie Coleman is one of he's the Jordan of bodybuilding, pretty much. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, man. So prayers to the family. And if you guys watch bodybuilding, you know who Ronnie Coleman is. Yeah, buddy.
I don't even know if you got to watch bodybuilding, know who Ronnie Coleman is. That dude's just I don't, man, look.
Bro, was a phenom. He was a phenom. We're not sure, Ed Dog. I mean, his family hasn't released anything. They just said he's under, he had to go through emergency care. And, I guess details will come out based upon the recovery, I guess. So,
well, hopefully he'll be all right.
Absolutely.
You talking about Lou Ferrigno when you say the Incredible Hulk? That's what you're talking about? That dude was a beast too.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno was a beast, but he lost to Ronnie a lot.
Well, I mean, Ronnie was that dude. All right.
He was just too big. He was just a big dude, man. He couldn't get as defined as Ronnie. That was his only problem. And Arnold, you know what I mean? So he lost to Arnold. It
was crazy how shredded those guys are. Like they got the mass and they're shredded. That's the crazy part.
to get shredded like that takes science, like extreme sacrifice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it's just otherworldly what they have to do to get down to like a few % body fat.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And maintain it is just like a unique willpower that not many humans possess.
Right.
No, absolutely. Because it's a lot of water weight at the end of it, man. Like we call it peak week. So basically for 2 weeks, man, you're just like, you're in starvation mode, lots of cardio, lots of sauna, lots of stretching. Like, dude, if you meet bodybuilders in their last 2 weeks of before a show, they're the worst people on earth. Like, because they're so mentally miserable, stressed out. Like it's crazy for them. Like I literally thought I was losing a friendship. One of my workout partners, he was getting ready for a show, and he'll literally just walk in like, "We got chest." All right, like, bro, you all right, man? Something going on with the family? And then like 2 days later, he hit me and was like, "Man, I apologize, bro. It's peak week." I'm like, "Bro, you should have started with that."
Right.
I already knew what you was going through, because like you start seeing his face shrink and like everything's starting to become more defined because, like I said, they got to lose all that water and everything else before they step on stage, man. So it's tough. It's really, really tough. Extremely tough.
No doubt. All right. So that was that. Okay, one more quick hit then.
Oh man, when you talk about this before the show, man, I think
No, man, look, one more now that you thought about it. I'm going to just go ahead and just reference it real quick. I'm not going to give it any extra time. Former number 1 overall pick DeAndre Ayton got picked up by the Lakers. All right, let's get to the show.
No. Player option. That's not how that goes, bro. That's not how that goes.
We got a whole show tomorrow, Sneed. We got a whole show tomorrow. We're going to dedicate to that. Oh, there we go. Al Horford. Signed with the Lakers. 1 year deal.
He did? For real?
You not messing with you. I just want to see your face.
Yeah, don't do that. Nah, nobody who wins chips and greens should be playing with y'all.
Hey, when they do, you know what happens when they do?
They teach y'all how to win?
No, we win again.
Yeah, they teach y'all how.
They ain't no teaching us nothing.
What do you mean?
Ain't no teaching us nothing,
right?
They act like your teams are the only ones with titles. Stop.
I mean, you got half of them. So
that's right.
This is what it's like when you got half of the leagues.
You got 36 out of 74, 36 out of 75. Come on, man.
It's a new year every year, bro. And neither of them won it last year, so we could just move on.
Okay, you got it, Sneed. Mm-hmm.
My team ain't winning it neither, bro.
I was gonna say go Cavs, right?
That's what happens when you got like one title to hang your team on.
Well, as long as we stay away from the Browns, bro. We don't want to talk about the Browns.
Yeah,
that's it. Everything else is fair game, bro.
That's a different bad. That's bad.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get it started, man. Let's go ahead and get it started. So
let's get it started.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Appreciate you, Lakers World Order Empire. Oh my gosh, another Laker. Here we go. All right, I appreciate the sub, Lakers World Order Empire. Thank you for that. Definitely, we appreciate everyone, but you know, you got a Celtics friend that you could bring along with you?
No. We don't do that. We don't need none of that green shit here.
What you mean?
Don't need none of that green shit here. No. Type of BS is that, bro? Got me cursing on the web, man. What's wrong with you?
You guys are acting like this is Cuz and Pyru. What are we doing right now, bro? They can coexist.
Nah, can't do that. Disrespecting my guy like that, man. Hey, welcome to the show, Lakers World Order Empire, man.
Yes, welcome,
bro. He has a channel too, and I was actually on one of his live streams recently. And he's a real one. He, Transformer. There's LeBron fans and there's Laker fans. Those are two different things.
Correct. He's a Laker. Who you telling me?
This is a Lakers fan. You know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean.
I mean, I know, but you're saying like I didn't know what that was. Yes.
No, I mean you could recognize it, like
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. After we get off here, I'm gonna definitely go sub to your channel, Lakers World Order Empire. Excuse me. I appreciate it.
Yo, this is the part where Razor Ramon walks in throwing the toothpick, bro. Chico.
Razor Ramon.
Don't turn your back on the wolf pack.
Yeah. Kevin, was it Kevin Nash, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Nash, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then they got Lex Luger, Macho Man. They got all of them. Hulk Hogan.
Had it all.
What was X-Pac's name before he left? What was it? What was X-Pac's name?
Kid something.
Kid Dash? Kid
something, right?
1 2 3 Kid.
1 2 3 Kid.
1 2 3 Kid. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his intro song too. That's dope.
That's what's up.
That's dope.
All right.
That's dope.
Yeah, he was 6 also. That's right, Woodage. That's right. Yo. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get to the topics, y'all. So we'll start right here. New York Knicks have their guy. This was interesting. It's not a bad hire because this is a very good coach, right? This is a 2-time coach of the year in the NBA, Mike Brown. This is a guy he's a defensive guy. He understands fundamentals. He's old school, but he's been around some really good offensive minds as well. So he can run some real good offense. I personally think he got done dirty when he got fired by Sacto. Like, who is Sacramento to be firing anybody halfway through the season? Real talk. Who are they?
Bums.
Come on, man. Huh?
They're the scum of our division.
It's really, but it's symptomatic of this NBA though. Firing coaches without rationale.
Yeah.
Like look what and then they're replacing them with coaches that were previously fired without reason. Like
right. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, no type of plan. So this is interesting. I heard today on Dan Patrick's show, I was listening, and Dan Patrick says that he was told that the Knicks had the plan to fire Tibbs before the postseason even started. But the only thing that, made it last, obviously Tibbs made the run. But I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like,
I'm telling you, Bruce, it's the same thing that happened in Denver. They couldn't fire, they couldn't fire their coach until he went on a 3-game losing streak.
Right. Yeah, no, that's I don't get it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I do like this coaching hire. It's not that serious. I think it's a solid hire. I don't see it getting them any further than they were getting with Tibbs. That's the problem. Like, when you fire somebody that gets you to a certain point, you have to have something in mind or in place or in motion that's going to be superior to the last person. Like, you
remember what Nino Brown said? This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. All right, what I'm saying is it's bigger than the coach, bro.
Yeah,
that's not the reason they came up short by a couple games to the finals. It wasn't because of Tibbs.
No, it wasn't. But remember,
that's why. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, remember, you had apparently at the exit interviews, you had some players complaining about it, man. But shut the hell up, y'all were within what about 65 minutes of the NBA Finals. Like, what is your problem?
There's probably only a certain type of player that was resentful, and it was probably the bench because they weren't playing.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't think Campaign wants to shine? I bet you he does, but he couldn't get on the floor.
Go win a chip and figure that out after. How about that? Real talk, right? That's how winners think. Let's go win. And then after, if I want to move on, okay, I can move on with a ring. I know how it feels to get the champagne bath or whatever. But yeah, let me transform and we'll start with you since you just got back, man. What's your thoughts on this, man?
To me, this felt like more of a lateral move, right? You didn't get better. You didn't get worse, right? Mike Brown, great coach. So was Tibbs. I mean, at this point, man, Tibbs did something in the last 30 years that no coach for the New York Knicks has done, right? Got you guys to the top 4. You were top 4 teams in the NBA, right? A game and a half away from the NBA Finals, right? Despite your efforts to get there, this further lets me know this was a I don't like you coach move versus a performance firing.
Correct.
This ain't based off performance, because if we're basing this off performance, then the New York Knicks, you're idiots. You're full-blown idiots. This man has done something for your team, for your franchise in the last 30 years that no other coach has done, and you fire him immediately afterwards, right? And you go get Mike Brown, 2-time coach of the year, great coach in his own right, but he's not a champion.
No.
He's not a champion coach. So
champion as an assistant.
As an assistant, but you're not the head guy. I know a lot of assistant coach winners of the NBA. So
I get it.
To me, like I said, it felt more like the New York Knicks fired Tibbs because they don't like Tibbs as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More so his performance.
Did they not know that when they hired Tibbs as a person? I mean, he's been the same coach everywhere he's been. He's never changed.
Chicago, same thing, right? Minnesota, same thing, right? You know how he runs his team. He gets to the playoffs. It's a 6, maybe 7-man rotation.
Right.
He's running the starters into the ground. They're playing 40-something minutes. So you knew he was going to do this, right? Get you to that point, and then all of a sudden you fire him. And then you go hire Mike Brown, whose last 3 years at Sacramento won coach of the year in his first year. After that, fired 2 years later. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like to me, the best choice, if I'm looking for performance, I'm looking for a champion. I need a champion coach. That's the only way you can move. You can only move in a direction that supersedes where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Like, or where you made it at. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if I fired Tibbs, this guy got me to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 30 years. Upgrade to that. Oh, a champion coach.
I need Mike proof Malone. Of concept on the next one. Yeah.
Mike Malone right there. Championship coach, Denver. Took that roster, learned how to reach deep into his bench, and he won the NBA Finals, right? So to me, that would have been the only move that made sense. I heard that Don, who was it? Don Staley? They was looking at.
Don't get me started.
That was bizarre. I think that was just media waves. I don't think nobody was legit serious about that. You know what I mean? To me, go coach in the WNBA before you step over here to the big man. That's just too much of a jump. Collegiate women's coaching and NBA grown man coaching. We're talking two different sports, if you want to be honest, right?
Correct.
Two different sports. Now, great coach. Not saying that she was going to come in and be a bad coach. She's going to be a good coach. But you guys need a championship. You don't need to be good. You don't need to be good. Now, if Sacramento went and made this hire or something like that, I'm like, okay, Don Staley, good coach. Let's see what she can do with her team, right? But you guys need to you guys are trying to win the championship. You're trying to make it further than where you guys ended up at. So I think that this is more of a lateral move, in my opinion. Snead?
So I'll give my position, and then I also want to discuss a couple of things that Transformer brought up. The first thing is the Knicks view themselves differently today than they did when they hired Tom Thibodeau. They're wrong, but they view themselves differently. They went after coaches who are currently employed by other teams.
Right.
Yes. They're saying,
weird, man. That was weird.
You need to be here. This is the best situation in the league. And they're out of their damn minds. But that's proof of what they really thought of their situation now versus what they thought of their situation when they hired Tom Thibodeau. The circumstance is different, right? They really do think it's different. It's not, but just saying. All right, next. Mike Brown is going to come in, and the Knicks are saying everything here is perfect except the coach. These are excessive expectations compared to Sacramento.
Yeah.
He went into Cleveland like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
It was a project. LeBron was still developing as a player. The Cavs had a couple of all-star pieces. Boozer ends up going to Utah. They're playing with house money. They were trading guys, trying to bring guys, veterans. Like it was just wild. But he created a top 3 defense every year.
Yep.
From like 2006 to like 2010.
Yep. Like
there's certain things. Mike Brown is the highest order in terms of who's available right now.
Yep.
But the Knicks are saying we're looking for the championship coach because that's how close we were. It's so New York Knicks. It's crazy. Like they can't change. They don't know how to change. It's like, this is exactly who they are. Unfortunately, the problems are bigger than just Tibbs. And Tibbs did a fine job this year. Even with people criticizing his rotations, he outperformed and overachieved and got fired. But this is where we are with this league. And in terms of the hire, it's a fine hire. He's a fine coach.
Yeah.
It's just, I think they're going to regress. I don't think they can. Maybe you could say because the East has weakened, because Halliburton's going to be out for the year, Tatum's going to be out for the year. So the usual suspects won't be there making their playoff runs in their most likely seeding, right? Like the Celtics would have been a top 2-3 seed. The Knicks would be a top 2-3 seed. The Cavs, but the Pistons have arrived. The Magic have arrived. They're all here now.
The Pacers,
right? The Bucks, the Bucks now become a legitimate possibility.
Yes, they do,
because the East isn't what it was last year, and they, I think, made a couple of good moves. They're doing a lot of things to try to give Giannis a roster. It is most likely that the Knicks are going to regress, and people are going to call Mike Brown a failure.
Yeah,
and they're going to say he sucks and Tibbs was better, and this and that and the third. And really, they're kind of sort of the same.
Yeah.
Like I said, lateral. That's why I called it a lateral. Yeah.
And I agreed with what you said. When you said lateral, I got it because it's not vertical.
No, not at all. Not at all. Man, it's tough to see because again, Mike Brown he's a good coach. And of course, you get a chance to coach the Knicks. Like you got to take that job. It's big money, big city, not banner franchise, but one of the main franchises in the league. You
ask them. They say they are banner franchise. Ask them.
What do they have? 2 championships?
1,
2, right?
1.
No, they've got 2.
Who,
they've
the Knicks?
70 and 73.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got 2. Yeah, it's just been a very long
1973, bro. We're talking about like the oil embargo, bro, from like my grandparents' era.
Wow, that is correct.
Okay, all right. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Were either any of us
last time Knicks won a chip? what was it? Nicky Barnes and what was my other guy's name?
Phil Jackson was on that team, bro.
Yes, Phil Jackson was on that team playing, and Nicky Barnes was still moving dope in Harlem. Last time Knicks won a championship. Correct. That's how long ago it's been. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. The Knicks need to figure it out. They have poor ownership, poor leadership. That's all there is to it, man. And the problem is Mike Brown, like you said, Sneed, he's going to bear the brunt of this, and it's not his fault. You know, Guy Fisher and Nicky Barnes.
I met Mike Brown in a gym.
Okay.
Cleveland. He was coaching his son. They were just working on some dribbles. They were working on some moves. He is the nicest dude in the world, bro. He deserves a lot more respect than what he gets. He always shows everybody a good side. He never shows himself a bad side, bro.
All right, let me just interrupt for a second. Edward,
don't do it. Don't do it. You're doing it.
I got to do this. Edward, Edward is playing that BS. We're talking about as a coach, Edward. Winning as a coach and winning as a player is two different things. Stop it. You're being disingenuous, and I'm not even going. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead.
Don't fan the fire, bro. Don't fan it. Don't feed it with. Don't give it the oxygen, bro.
Yo, he knows exactly what he
knows. Look, he's trolling, bro. He's got the emojis going on, bro.
Yeah, he's got the emojis, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, man, this is interesting. I don't even think the Knicks are in position or seem to be remotely inclined to do much with their roster. So it's like
they signed Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, they're not inclined to do much with their roster. Like I said, like, what are you doing, man?
And so, like I said, they're more
right. They're not doing anything. So you don't, you haven't made improvements on the roster, as you guys just said so eloquently. You made a lateral move on coaching. Like, what are we doing here? I think the only thing, to your point, is that the Knicks can kind of count on is that the East is wide open this year. I don't know what else they do.
But there's a version of this where they get a bad matchup and they're bounced out of the first round.
Yeah.
Or bounced out or a second round. Yeah,
if they run into Detroit again, Detroit is going to beat them.
You mean to tell me that Paolo can't cook them in a series?
Yeah, I think Orlando.
Cade Cunningham. I mean, what? They're going to get worse? No.
Right. No, Detroit. I think that is a very good up and coming young team. I really do. I got a lot of respect for Cade Cunningham. I like that kid.
Yeah, I like Orlando to be sneaky. Up in the,
I don't think it's a sneak anymore. I think people are coming around to them. Transformer. I don't think they're sneaking anymore. I'm like, you know it, I know it. I think they're
great. Yeah, they're great. They're great. They're young.
They made some moves. They brought Desmond Bane.
The Desmond Bane move was like, whoa, okay. They see that the East is open. We're shooting our shot. We're shooting our shot. So yeah, I definitely like Orlando next year.
We're gonna be talking about Orlando and the Pistons next year. We will be all season long.
Agreed. American Friedman, I don't know if he got his punishment yet. Did y'all hear anything about that?
Not yet.
I don't think the punishment was handed down yet.
As a franchise, you're done with him. You can't.
Yeah.
I think literally they signed Karis LeVert like right away. They're like, okay, we need someone who can knock down a shot. Immediately signed Karis LeVert. And I think they had a couple follow-up moves too. They have addressed the position.
Right. Yep. There you go. Anything else you guys want to add? We'll take a couple calls on this.
I hope we get some calls, bro. People got to tell the truth about this. I mean, because like cannot.
You trade a defensive coach for a defensive coach,
right?
With the same roster.
Yeah.
So it's like
if you want to split hairs, a different Transformer. If you want to split hairs and make an argument for Brown to be a better coach, you might get that. And if somebody else wanted to do that for Tibbs, they might get that too.
Yeah,
like, it's not.
Yeah. Tibbs. Matter of fact, Tibbs has been coach of the year. Has he gotten two? He might have gotten an MVP in Chicago.
He coached an MVP.
That's correct.
He coached a top 3 defense, like perennial defenses. He gets credit for winning a chip in Boston. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh yeah,
but
I think he was the reason for that. Personally. Yeah, I think he was the reason.
Come on, bro. What is Doc doing, bro? Real talk. What is Doc doing?
Don't start.
Sneed. Fast forward.
Really? That's what we do?
Fast forward, Sneed. Fast forward.
Really?
Fast forward.
Really? You can say that after you take that ugly hat off. How about that?
Sneed, you were doing so adequately great. Like you were just.
Bro, I can't pretend like it didn't happen, bro.
But, we can. we can.
Oh man, I gotta hear this DeAndre Ayton situation tomorrow. Boy.
Okay, so just so y'all know, Coach Tibbs won 2 Coach of the Year.
Oh, he did too. Okay.
Yeah. 2009, the Bulls, right? Like we talked about, and 2023 with the Knicks. So he's got 2 Coach of the Year awards. Mike Brown has 2 Coach of the Year awards. Like what are we doing?
Year, 2 years later, year later, fired. 2 years. 2 years later, fired. Same thing that happened to Mike Brown. Coach of the Year, 2 years later, fired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Knicks, man, what are you doing? This is so lateral. That is just it's ridiculous.
The Transformer, the Sacramento Queens, and the Knicks are nicking.
There you go. There you go.
The Knicks are nicking, and the Sacramento Queens. I dropped my flicker.
Yeah, Mike Brown did make it to the finals as a head coach. That's right. Okay.
He did back in 07.
Yeah. Credit due for that.
Remember how close those games were? They were in it. Mm-hmm. All 4 of them, but they were in it.
All 4 of them. That's correct. That's correct. All right. Well, let's go ahead and we're not going to get any calls on this. Let's take it to the next topic.
Gotta get some Knicks fans up in here, man.
Right? Transformer, you want to kick this off, man?
Well, I got to kick it off. He ain't my guy.
Damn.
4 years, $285 million, man.
Money dance.
$285 million.
Okay, hold on.
We did get a call. Let me finish.
Why do y'all do that, man?
You're late.
What's up, man? Why are you so late on the call, man?
Yo, boost this audio.
I'm trying to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
That's another call.
First of all, let me say hello, fellas. How everybody's doing on this?
What up, bro?
What's up, man?
What's up, D? Hey, B. Also, man, nice pickup on them junks too, bro. I'm thinking about getting them, but I'm gonna pass on them. Those the Kobe's.
Oh, my Kobe's, yeah, man. Them things was sexy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
very,
oh God.
Yes.
Very fire.
All right, this is not sneaky talk, y'all.
No, this not. No, it ain't Bruce. But let me say this, bro. Hey, man, look, I'm tired of you trying to burn me, bro. I understand you older than me and everything.
I ain't that much older than you, man. Stop it.
Man, you easy work, bro. I was just asking. I just gave an honest statement in the chat. That was it.
I see what you always trying to do, man, but that's okay. That's okay.
Easy work, man. Easy work.
I see. Anyway, I know what team you on, and I know that's why you move how you move. But go ahead, though.
Yeah, but look, man. So, okay. Let me ask y'all this: do you think Mike Brown might use his bench more than Tibbs?
A little bit, not a lot.
I mean, I see they picked up Jordan Clarkson, but he was so injury prone last season, the season before that, but. I think they got the guy from the one who had dunked on LeBron from Philly.
Yeah, Yabusele.
Yeah, they picked those 2 guys. They picked those 2 guys up. So, and they might end up have to start Josh Hart again off the bench this season coming up. I can see that probably happen, but I can see them finishing out in a top 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can be a tough fight, but I know y'all talk about Orlando, but man, hey, we gotta be on the watch out for Toronto and Atlanta. They making moves too, though.
Not enough yet, though. Like
maybe
they can make the playoffs.
Kind of emerging, but I think I don't know. Toronto, we got to see, bro. Atlanta.
My only thing is you don't, in my humble estimation, like you don't fire somebody without having something better lined up. That doesn't make sense.
Facts.
You don't do that.
That's what I agree with you, Bruce. I totally 100% agree with you on that, Bruce. Like, the fire don't make no sense to me at all. I mean, what? I mean, they saying that players didn't like them or something like that. I don't get it. I mean, it's just like, hey, I don't know if y'all. I know y'all say y'all gonna have a show tomorrow. I don't know if y'all gonna talk about a little situation happened with Dame or something like that. I mean, hey. Look what happened to him with Milwaukee. So, and then plus, man, I feel like basically they had sneak. They had man, the Pacers. Ooh-wee. Miles Turner. It's a lot of crazy moves, but I think the Knicks gonna be fine though. I think they're gonna be fine.
I'm disappointed that there's been no reports of the Knicks even attempting to try to pry Giannis out of Milwaukee. I'm like, if you're the Knicks. Not only do you need a coach that you feel can get you over the top, you need a difference maker on your roster. And I think that would have been Giannis. And I think maybe they did behind scenes, but there was no reports of them even attempting.
They weren't trying to pry players. They were trying to pry coaches.
Yeah, Bruce, I understand that, Bruce, but man, what Milwaukee trying to do, they're trying to keep Giannis happy, man.
Of course they are.
You know what I'm saying? With them getting Miles Turner, and I don't see no type of upgrade from. I think he had like a 4-year deal, $107 million.
Yeah,
but man, if this don't work, I can see Giannis potentially leaving next season.
How many years have we been saying that? Look, I'll say this: I'm so proud of Giannis that he's doing it the right way, man. I was worried that he was letting the American basketball mentality spoil him and change him, but it seems like that's not the case. He's very loyal. So hopefully at some point, he can get rewarded with another chip. Hopefully he don't have to beat my Celtics to do it, but we'll see.
Yes.
Because I know that
the only green I'll allow to win.
I mean, he's not pulling the move that what Green did, forcing his way out of Milwaukee. So, did you hear me? You hear what I said, Bruce?
Nah, say it again, man. My bad.
I mean, for him to be with Milwaukee, I mean, he's not like the other star who was trying to force his way out of Milwaukee before he changed his name.
Who's that?
He's trying to stay loyal. Kareem.
Oh, Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Lou Alcindor at the time.
You know what?
Lou Alcindor.
Kareem did.
Hey, he ain't forcing his way out. He's not doing it. So, hey, keep calm down, Bruce. I just did my research before I had said something. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
you know what, Edward? Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let you
Can
live.
I live? Can I live?
Yeah, but that's all I got on the next jump, man. I'm waiting on the next one, man. I don't even know if I want to call in on my Steelers, but man, I'm just gonna listen.
Yeah, please don't, because they saw it.
Bro, Transformer, speaking of that, man, I hate you missed last Sunday show when they were talking about a prime Aaron Rodgers and a prime Patrick Mahomes. I hate you.
That was a good segment.
Show. That was your show, though, Transformer.
I was pissed watching it. That was so show. Pissed. And I'm over here like, oh, I want to say something to that. Oh, I want to say something about that. I'm in the chat. I'm like, nobody's responding to me in the chat. What's going on? It's not live. Oh, my God.
I was like, what is this dude doing?
Smoke rocks.
right.
Yeah, but all right, fellas, man. I'll keep watching the show, man. Make sure everybody hit the subscribe for my fellas, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Love you.
All right, love you too, baby.
All right, man. All right, Bruce, I saw you call, man. Go ahead, give us a quick shout, and then after we get your call, we'll move on.
Yo, Steve is the king of the live chat, bro. It is undeniable.
Yes. That's wild. I saw it. I was like, I'm not even going to respond to that. What up, Bruce?
How y'all fellas feeling tonight?
What up, brother?
How you feeling, Transformer? My brother, Transformer.
Hey, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm back, bro. How you been?
Fine. How you feeling, Sneed?
Excellent. Thank you, bro. How are you?
Always a pleasure. My main man, Brucey. Hey, Brucey.
What up, man?
I think Mike Brown was a good hire. Solid coach, tough, fight for his players, defensive mind. And basically another players.
This is audio, Bruce.
I don't think that's strict. I think he buckled to suggestions from his players more than the Tibbs would. Tibbs a dictator, so
I like that.
He's a dictator. And Mike Brown is a dictator, but I think he's more diplomatic. He gives players more immunity than a Tibbs would.
I agree.
But I was kind of disappointed. I did want to see Don Stanley get the job.
No.
Hey, man, let me talk, bro. I mean, I know you're going to rush him off the phone, bro.
Not good, man.
I wanted Don Stanley to get the job because the Knicks haven't won since the 70s with male coaches. Why not try something new?
No.
And don't act like Don Stanley don't have cachet. The great Don Stanley from South Philadelphia. I don't know if she's from South Philadelphia or North Philadelphia. The trenches, superior basketball knowledge.
It don't matter where she's from. Go to the WNBA before you start talking about the NBA.
Thank you.
Why not? So, okay, let me ask you this. So why can Gino Emery, whoever the name is, the coach from Connecticut, I can't say his name right now. Probably, hey,
Gino Auriemma.
Gino Auriemma. See, you said it. Gino Auriemma. Okay, he coached women. Why we can't try something new, man? Need that time of age. I think Don would have did well. I think players would respect him. Don got cachet, man. That's Don Stanley, the legend Don Stanley. She went to Virginia. Don Stanley with the mushroom. Man, emotional, passionate. Yo, I think they respected her. See, y'all looking at it as a man-woman thing. You would feel like a woman could lead a man. That's how y'all thinking of it, man. That's bullshit. It's just basketball, man. It's not life. It's a game.
The leading of female athletes compared to leading male athletes is different, bro.
It's different. Okay, Chris. Tell me how it's different. Real quick. You ain't got to be quick. A quick synopsis. It's different. What? Okay, good.
Respect and coaching is two different things. I could respect you, but does that mean you can coach? No, right? You can coach your ass off, but do I respect you? Probably not. Like those two don't go hand in hand. Those two together can make the perfect coach. If I'm a great coach and you respect me, then that's cool, right? But what I'm saying is Don Staley is a great college female coach, right? What's your next step? Is the WNBA. Go coach now the grown women of your sport, right? Then after that, maybe you can cross over. If she wants to cross over to collegiate men's basketball, I think that would be a better move before she jumps in the NBA, because the athleticism of men and women is two different things to coach. The speed, the ability to jump, everything's different, and it moves at a different pace than what Dawn Staley is prone to at South Carolina. It's
Can I
so
throw something,
different.
Transformer, on this?
Go ahead.
Greg Popovich tried to do this, and he was not able to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rick Carlisle's trying to do this with his daughter in Indy. It's difficult to integrate that new element to the league. It's going to be, it's going to take time, and there's going to be steps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I'd like to say the Knicks are innovative, but they're not.
They're not.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even believe that they would be the franchise to do it, you know, but that's kind of how I see it.
And then also with collegiate basketball, especially for women, it's more systemized play. There ain't no system. There ain't a lot of systems in the league, bro. It's the superstars going to have the ball at the end of the game, go win the game.
Bro,
right?
David Blatt was kicked out of Cleveland in less than 1 year, and he was a champion before he got to the association.
Okay. I got you, fellas. I know I ain't got much time left. So, Bruce, I need to hear something from you. Give me something, Bruce. What you say, Bruce? I don't know how you feel. Maybe go into it, because you ain't going to say nothing. You don't try to know, because I ain't trying. You think I'm trying to egg you on and get under your skin, and, you know, I know. But, hey, man, Knicks, hey, Mike Brown, good hire, man, but damn, man, I just think I like Don Stanley, man. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Everybody got a different thought process of how they see things, you know, different perspectives. But y'all, man, y'all ain't with following a woman. That's what it's basically about.
I think the Knicks,
coaching.
The Knicks already.
Knowing the game. Hold on. Let me talk, baby. It's not her knowing the game of basketball. X's and O's and inspiring her team and respectability and cachet and experience. It ain't about that. It's just because she got a coochie cat. Ooh. The men ain't doing no better. Ooh. I mean, goddamn, when last time Knicks won a championship? Please, how many years ago? Because somebody please remind me, how many years? Please, how many years the Knicks won a ring? Talk to me. 40 years?
50 years.
51? 52? 52 years?
Shit. 52 years?
Yeah.
I mean, 52 years of men coaches ain't nothing came to fruition yet? Shit. Might as well give it a shot. But anyway, bro, let your boys go. I know you got to have a subject to go on. I just come here and mess with my man Grizzly, man. That's my main man. And my man Transformer. I'm exactly going to hit y'all back on the LeBron and the Steelers. I got a lot to say about them. I hit y'all boys back, man. Let y'all go on to the next subject.
Man, all right, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, bro.
The last thing the Knicks fan base needs Cat screaming, "Oh my God!" and then looking at Don Staley. Last thing they need is that, "Oh my God!" Like, what the fuck?
Yo, Bruce, we're not losing you. Bruce, come back, bro. Hold on, we're losing Bruce. Bruce, come back, bro.
What's happening to our league? What's happening to our league? New York Knickerbockers will be the laughing stock of the league with both of them on the same team.
Yo.
But the thing is, man, I'm not like to me, it's like I said, it's levels, bro. It's levels of coaching. It's truly levels. From that level of where she's at, she's beautiful over there. She can stay over there. But if she wanted to come to the NBA, I would say that there's different approaches that she'll have to make instead of coming straight to a team that's trying to win a championship. That's tough. And that's too much pressure on a legend. Like, why would you want to put that much pressure on a legend?
It's going to be tough on Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, and that's
been in the league for like NBA 30 coach. Years.
Yeah. Imagine the pressure on Don Staley, who's never been there.
Right.
Let's immediately coming in expecting to win.
VC from Georgia, what's good, man? How you doing?
Yes, sir. What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing, brother?
What's great,
man? I'm doing good. How are you guys, man?
Good, thank you.
Good.
That's good. That's good. You know, man, I almost wasn't going to call on this Mike Brown Mike Brown hiring, but once you got into Don Staley, I had to call in. First off, I'll say with Mike Brown, I mean, it's a lateral hire.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's going to go into his bench more than Tibbs. I mean, it's documented. This is a 2-time coach of the year, so I'm pretty sure they'll have a good season. But we got to be honest with the New York Knicks. How are the fans going to react? Because if they get a bad matchup, they might not even make it out of the second round back to the conference finals.
Yeah, that's what Sneak
said.
That's
one thing. That's one thing you gotta really ask yourselves, especially if you're a Knicks fan. If you're not a delusional Knicks fan, definitely ask yourself that. One thing about this Don Staley, if Don Staley was to come, I heard you on the line, Transformer. I gotta agree with you, man. You're on a team. This is a team where, hey, they just made the conference finals, so you know tensions are high in New York. The atmosphere, these guys are hungry, you know. And you know how the New York fans are in general. If
and
Don
the media,
Staley, the media, the fans. See, we've seen Side Talk NYC. We've seen these Instagram pages. Don Staley, if you're not doing what they want you to do in New York, you're going to get bad.
Destroyed.
And the fact that you're a woman leading men, not that you can't do it, it's just all of the outside factors. I wouldn't want to see you go through that as your first coaching job.
Yo, VC, tell me about the amount of noise that you would be hearing in New York City if they went on a 5-game losing streak.
Oh, my goodness. First off, I was keeping PG, but the amount of pretty much to get back in the kitchen, you know, you're going to also...
Does Dawn Staley look to you like she's cooking anything, bro? You mean get back
bro, she can boil a mean broccoli, bro. I'll tell you, bro.
Right. She get on that DoorDash. But go ahead,
man. It's going to be... First off, again, on gender jokes, it's going to get real bad. Real
fast.
Quick.
Yes.
Real fast.
Yes.
And then I want to also bring the point. You got to think there are women coaches in the league. So you guys know Teaspoon, Teresa Witherspoon. You know she's was assistant coaching with the Pelicans. We've heard about her being instrumental in Zion Williamson's development. You know Becky Hammond.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Teaspoon is instrumental in Zion Williamson's development. What exactly does that say here? It doesn't say a lot.
Hey, I understand. He said, "Hey, look, I know he
Transformers. Steve, help me.
Come on, man.
I know why.
I'm trying to cut it. I'm trying to.
I know you're trying to keep it. I know you are. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. But hey, man. But to say that, you know, you've had Becky Hammond, who coached in San Antonio. I think Greg Popovich has let her coach a few games. But I mean, outside of that,
and like where is she now? Where is Becky Hammond now?
ESPN. I seen her on ESPN last time.
Right, and I think she's coaching in the WNBA. Right, she's coaching the Aces. I think.
I believe so.
I thought she was coaching the Aces.
I
Maybe
haven't looked into it.
Okay,
but I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
But yeah, also I think you guys were saying to the last caller, you know, at least start her off
Aces,
in the WNBA before you take it to that because jumping from women's college basketball to the most professional, the highest of
absolute absurdity,
just
absurdity.
Yeah, man. You know, because they're gonna, and then you got to understand. Think about the Caitlin Clark crowd that is currently infiltrating the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Think about, they don't even watch the games for the games. It's for politics. So in their mind, they're always going to see Dawn Staley as a DEI hire. So, like you said, 5 games, man, let it be 1 game lose. Let her make a coaching. Let's just let her make one mistake. Let her get fiery with a ref. Look at her, angry black woman. Like, man, It is going to be horrible. And it's like,
so how about we just skip all that and she coaching the W? There we go.
Yeah, man, go to the
Too
W.
easy.
Go to the W. You know, if you want to be on the sideline with an NBA coaching staff, you know, give her a little run, but don't come here yet, man, because I can't see her being a leader of men, honestly.
There you go.
All right.
Appreciate the call, VC. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Man. Thank you guys, man.
Good stuff.
No,
Great
Great
stuff.
Great
Great
brother.
stuff.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right. VC with the good call. VC from Georgia.
What I think we're missing here, and this is just respect to Dawn Staley, right?
But go ahead.
No. I'm just saying, like, well, the chat. I mean.
Oh, okay.
The respect factor for Dawn Staley is high in her profession and what she's done to the collegiate women basketball team, right? She loses all of that if she comes to New York, and the expectation is so far above her head. And
does she have that anywhere outside of New York though? Like it in the association?
What? Say the question again.
Another team?
I wouldn't even say another team yet.
I agree. Same. Yeah. See, to me,
it's just
the team makes it insane.
Yeah,
but like any team makes it a challenge.
Yeah.
King of the chat for real. All right, let's
say it, bro.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take it to the next topic. My bad. Damn, Steve got me.
He took everything down, bro. We don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know, right? Just blank. All right, y'all. So here's the deal. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, fresh off of, one of the most legendary seasons in history, right? Joining very, very elite company, Kareem, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal, leading the league in scoring, league MVP, finals MVP. And of course, he has something that the other guys didn't have an opportunity to play for. Also, Western Conference Finals MVP. Nobody else has ever done that. I don't really count the conference finals MVP and those things because those other guys, they would have won it had they had that opportunity, right? But they didn't. But regardless, he just had a hell of a year, did it all, first team all NBA, blah, 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 right? So cool, did it all. And as a result, SGA is now the proud owner of what, Transformer?
The richest contract in NBA history. 4 years.
For now.
Correct.
Still.
Yeah.
Still.
Yes.
Right. But I get your point.
4
years.
Not in total money, in AAV, right? So let's keep that.
4 years, $285 million Supermax extension, meaning in the year 2027 to 28, he's going to have a $63.5 million year. 28-29, he's going to have a $68.5 million year. 29-30, he's going to have a $73.5 million year. And then his final year, 30 to 31, he's going to have a $78.7 million season.
That's a lot of bread.
It's a blank check, essentially.
And granted,
he
might not even make it to 30-31 because he's going to re-sign again.
They're going to re-up him.
And they're going to re-up him again.
They can extend them with 2 years left on the deal, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if he keeps playing at a high level, like if he brings in another chip, maybe, a couple more first team all NBAs, right back on it.
Yeah.
It's amazing how this sports thing goes because Will Jason Tatum signed for what? 5 years, 315 last year.
315.
Right. So that was the biggest contract, and now SGA has now jumped that.
The richest annual salary in NBA history.
You know what he's gonna have? Listen, I'm about to date myself right now. Remember that cartoon DuckTales when we were kids?
DuckTales, yes.
He about to have the money bin like Scrooge McDuck. Swimming through the money.
Back up the Brinks trucks, bruh.
What? He about to have a money bin. Yeah, that's a lot of dough, man.
That's a lot of money, but well deserved, man. As we know, SGA in the last 3 years, every single year, 2022, 2023, he finished 5th in MVP voting, made first team All NBA. Last year, he finished number 2 in MVP voting, even 7th in Defensive Player of the Year voting, first team All NBA. And of course, this season, he eventually won the MVP. And again, for the 3rd consecutive season, first team All NBA, averaging 32.7 points, 6.4 assists, and 5 rebounds on a whopping 52% shooting from the field.
That's crazy, being that he's a mid-range shooter. I thought the mid-range was the most worthless and most difficult shot in the game. Isn't that what they said?
I thought it was hard. Yeah, I'd rather shoot from 35 feet.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
35, 37, 38 feet. Like, that's me.
I don't know.
Keeps going up.
SGA make the mid-range look easy. I don't know.
You know, 41 feet if he's feeling froggy. You know what I mean?
They put that in the 3 versus 3. The big 3. What they call it? Big 3? The Ice Cubes joint. What's it called?
Yeah, big 3.
Big 3. They got the 4 point.
They got 4-point shots now?
Yeah, okay. 4-point shot. Yep.
I hope they don't try to bring that to the NBA. They better not.
It's just NBA Jam, bro. That's all it is. He's heating up, bro. It's in the shoes.
Is it the shoes? Is it the shoes? Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. That's right.
Boom shakalaka.
No, for real. DuckTales, man, it's real. He's got that much money. He's gonna have a money bin. He definitely is gonna have a money bin. That's crazy, man. But so I think the interesting part here is not just that he got a well-deserved Supermax extension. That's awesome. But now it's going to be interesting to see how Sam Presti works this cap going forward, right? Trying to keep the core elements of this team together in order to try to pursue, a repeat and then possibly multiple championships, right? Everybody wants to be able to do it, but like they talked about and like they talk about ad nauseum, the way the new cap is set up with the aprons and all that, it's extremely punitive. And then if you're a repeat offender, they start taking picks away. So it's really, they're not playing. Apparently, and this is weird, apparently what Adam Silver and the NBA wants, they want the level of parity like the NBA has. So you don't know who's going to win every year.
But
not the
irony,
NFL, excuse me.
But the irony,
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
The irony of all this is the teams that do these things don't win. Right. Teams potentially losing picks, teams in the second apron, teams are all trying to get the hell out of it. The Celtics just purged their roster of anybody that's making above 10% of what they should. They're like, you're out of here. You make 30 million, gone.
Gone.
You're gone. And you got new owners. New owners of teams, and they're just like, I need to get control of this financial situation.
But they don't get that it takes money to make money, and they make tons of money.
They will eventually, Bruce, on their schedule. They'll figure it out. They'll make the plunge at some point.
They don't want to do it off somebody else's decisions.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. But yeah, what I want to see is how this mega deal with SGA, as you can see, he's drowning in money there. But I want to see how this deal is going to affect the guys, that are going to be coming up. Lou Dort's going to have to get paid. Chet Holmgren's going to have to get paid. Jalen Williams going to have to get paid. But you can't ever pay everybody, right? Yep. So now what do? You start making decisions. And, so let's say, guys, that they're all up for pay within the next year or two, which sounds about right? Who would you pay first in terms of trying to Jaylen. Yeah, who would you pay first?
J-Dub.
Pay Jalen.
Do you?
Yes. Yeah. J-Dub. Yeah.
Why not Holmgren? Why not Chet?
I think Chet's 3 years away, and I think J-Dub is doing. I think he's 2 years away.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at it from that standpoint. It's And J-Dub is a more productive player based on the most recent season.
Yep.
You know, I'm looking at the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I saw in J-Dub.
That's true.
Not that Holmgren played bad. I saw what he did when the team needed points. He provided.
Yeah.
Right. And he's a good defender. You know, Chet offers value, but it's just in a different way.
Yeah.
And you're more likely to be able to replace what Chet was doing at a discount versus what J-Dub is doing is a premium, right? So
right. I like what Chet brings you on the defensive end. That's what I'm thinking about. I guess I got to get out of this old school mindset, but
you do.
I love the fact that yes, I know. I'm trying.
But collectively, the team is good defensively.
Yeah, but Chet, I mean, again, he's not going to be D-Rob or he's not going to be Dream, but Chet cleans up a lot of stuff on the back end if guys get beat, and I like the fact that he's able to do that. He's I'm not going to call him an eraser, but he's a really good backline help defender.
What's easier to get? A guy averaging 25 a game in the finals, or a guy averaging 9 or 10 rebounds in the finals?
A guy averaging 9 or 10 rebounds in the finals. Easier.
I'm gonna look at it from the premium production, like what elements.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you out on that, Sneed. Who did you just draft? A potential replacement.
Okay. Yes.
So you are like the OKC's already thinking ahead. Like, hey, we just got Thomas Sober out of Georgetown. He's a good. He's a solid big. And I now have 3 on him. Go ahead.
Chet Holmgren would have to like really, really get better for him to command what J-Dub just did. What he's going to command, right? Like he's going to have to level up offensively. He's going to have to be basically as productive as J-Dub almost. Yeah. And then still give you those things defensively and with the rebounding and the things like that.
Good point, Woodage. Good point. All right. I stand corrected, gentlemen. I stand corrected.
Now, if we're talking about timing, right? If Jalen Williams had a couple more years before his contract was up and Chet was able to get paid right now, I'll pay Chet now.
That would change things,
Yeah, I would pay Chet now. Why? Because he hasn't made no NBA teams, no defensive teams. So guess what? That money, that salary is going to be low. Now when Jalen's kicks in, I'm like, okay, I could spend the big bread on him.
Isn't that what Jaren Jackson Jr.'s contract, how it played out? Like they were happy that he didn't make a certain
they said
like
LeBron
all NBA team.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, you guys made good points, man. I can't argue those anymore. I was just thinking of it in my old school hard-headed way. But no, you guys make great points.
Old school, you would have dug in. You're not that old school. You're part old school.
Yes,
old school, you would have dug in and be like, nope. You know?
No, but I mean, you can't, like you said, you got a guy that's giving you 25 a game in the NBA Finals. Like that is hard to come by. So you gotta hang on to that if you got it. Yeah, you got a mean 1-2 there. So no, I get it. All right, let's go ahead
and drop 40 something, right?
Yeah, he dropped 40, 41, 42.
Yeah, something like
Chet,
that.
Like and he's
Chet never approached. I don't think Chet approached 30 in any game. I don't know if he have any 20-point games.
I think he had one.
I think he had one. And I think he had a couple of big rebounds.
It was like 15 points.
I also
early.
remember Chet disappearing in the second half of multiple games.
Yeah.
You know, so his age, maybe he needs to come along a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Okay. All right, let's take a couple calls on this. We'll open up the phone lines 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Let's take 2 calls on this. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on SGA's mega deal and how you think it affects OKC going forward.
Salary cap, I think, is 180 million, 170 something, and then it's going to be next CBA will be something like 187.
That's still crazy when you think that there's going to come a point where he's going to be making $78 million. Like that's, you know what I'm saying?
But okay, well, how quarterback money? What do they make in terms of?
Oh, agreed.
You know, like the percentage, like the share of the annual salary of a team. You know, you look at it like that.
Yeah, it's like 40 to 50% a lot of times
right.
for the elite guys. Yeah,
it kind of like comes together in a way, you know. Yeah, they got some guys they're gonna have to pay, and I think Caruso looking at his age, this is you're getting the best years you're going to get out of him. And Lou Dort's interesting. If he continues to be a contributor offensively, that makes things really muddy from a contractual standpoint. He increases his value. Like defensively,
you need his defense.
He is it. But like if he becomes 15 a night and he's shooting 40% from three, and he's locking up the other team's best guy, like I mean, he's ultra valuable. Those guys, they're the most important thing in this league.
That is correct,
bro. Bruce Bowen made a career out of hitting corner threes and harassing the other team's best perimeter player.
Sure did. Quick side note, if y'all remember, man, Bruce Bowen, he was so dirty. Do y'all remember when he ran trying to close out on Zerbiak and flying side kicked him in his face?
Bruce Lee Bowen, bro. Bruce Lee Bowen.
There you go.
Yes, bro. Hey, how about this for a Bruce Bowen stat? There was one year in the playoffs, which included them a finals run in the championship. He shot 53% from the corner three and 52% from free throw. Yes.
Damn.
How did that happen?
Whatever it was, I don't know, 05, whatever, one of the years, Bruce Bowen shot 53% from the corner three and 52% from free throw.
That's not supposed to happen.
It's not. But like that's how open he was, right? And that's how short that shot is, right? By the way, people don't make it as much as they used to. They still take it, but they're not making it as much as they used to.
It's crazy. He was a horrible free throw shooter.
That's crazy. A guard. How are you a guard in the NBA and can't shoot free throws?
He wasn't that traditional guard, though. He didn't handle the ball, bro, and none of that.
Career.
But you're still an NBA guard. Like, they're free throws.
I mean, he was a forward, but, I get it.
Was he? He was a three? I thought he was a two.
I think
Bowen played a three.
Yeah.
I thought Sean Elliott played the three.
Sean Elliott was a shooting guard, I thought.
I thought he was a small forward.
Okay.
So I had him back then. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we're not going to get any calls on that. Let's go ahead and let's take it to the next topic. Oh, man. What am I doing today?
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. When I say we can take it to the next topic, you can do it too. Yeah, don't just blame me all the time.
Now, I don't want to mess it up, though.
Now you don't want to mess it up.
See, I'll for sure mess it up. I'll mess up and we in the stream or something like that. I mean, B, what happened? We got to go live again. B, man, you hung up, everybody.
Yeah. All right. So, this one was interesting. So, we've been hearing a whole lot about the King over the last couple of days since he opted in, took $52 million. Go Lakers. Yes.
Damn.
Took 52 mil, took all his money, which he has earned it. But okay, so let me back up a little bit. I talked about this on a members only show earlier this week ago, whatever, over the weekend. And so I thought this was very interesting that LeBron, a couple of weeks ago, we did the show on this. He was telling us how ring culture is weird, right? Is that how he says it? It's weird. He was telling us how ring culture is weird. And, he didn't actually say it, but he intimated that ring count doesn't matter. And, should we think Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash shouldn't be in the room because they didn't win rings, and guys who only won 1 or 2 rings shouldn't be in the same room. Am I getting it? Am I getting the gist of what he was telling us?
Happened.
Sound about right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sound about right.
Right. And then we get the commentary from Rich Paul, Persham Sharania, NBA insider extraordinaire for ESPN, that LeBron James wants to compete for another ring. Interesting. He wants to compete for another championship. And so now he's evaluating the state of the Lakers roster and watching the moves that they make. So I had 2 interesting thoughts, and then we'll go on and get to the whole Luka piece. First one is that you're concerned about the state of the Lakers roster, but you took all the money. Okay.
A reminder that the complaint came in the day after he signed. 52.6 million.
Of course. I mean, you're gonna get his dough first, right? And you took a roster spot for your undeserving progeny. Interesting how that works, isn't it? I mean,
the roster spot. I mean, that's
just saying.
no.
I mean, somebody else could have had that spot.
Problem. The money, you got a point.
But it's the consistency. What Bruce is saying, like you need to align everything.
12th spot on the roster. You're not using,
but that's not
the 12th spot.
That's not the point, though. Somebody else who's a bum could have slid down to that 12th spot, and somebody better could have been in a higher spot.
We didn't have nobody to slide to the 10th spot. But go on.
It's the general point of being consistent,
but
not telling us one thing and doing things that don't align with what you're
wrong.
Nah,
he is wrong. Using Bronny, that's wrong.
Well, using Bronny, whatever, but he's saying you need to be in alignment with the same energy all the time. You can't be two-sided talking all the time.
There you go.
Everybody's two-sided talking all the time in the
NBA.
We go.
We're not doing whataboutism. We're talking about LeBron.
Oh my God.
We're not doing whataboutism. We're talking about LeBron.
Okay, go on. What did Luka say?
Thank you.
What did Luka say?
Anything. So anyway, the point is, so this is interesting because LeBron's got all this going on, and then it comes out today. I was shocked that LeBron James and Austin Reeves. Thank you. Your guy, right? Hillbilly Kobe, disrespectful. But anyway.
What a thing, bro. They really do that?
They really call him Hillbilly Kobe.
Hillbilly Kobe, yeah. Because he went to school at some small school in Arkansas.
Like Appalachia or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
some tiny school in Arkansas. So they called him Hillbilly Kobe. I guess he was just dropping buckets. But the point is, apparently, those guys do not enjoy playing with Luka, as per the reports. So this is so funny, right? When that whole trade went down and Luka came and all that, and I said this wasn't going to work out, I was forced to get on this show and talk about how wrong I was about how it wasn't going to work out. And I was wrong because those guys played well together. Am I right, Transformer?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I was wrong. Yeah. And y'all know if I'm wrong, I got no problem saying it. So I was forced to get on here and talk about it. But it seems to me yo, Young Disciple is a vampire. This here he is. He wasn't here the whole time. It's like he's got that blood connection with his maker. LeBron is his maker.
Oh, yeah. Spider senses.
I talk about LeBron.
He got the Spidey senses. They're talking. I'm on the way.
So anyway, it seems I was right, at least on the personality side. LeBron doesn't enjoy playing with Luka. That is interesting. So apparently John Gambadero, that's his name. He is an NBA insider. He's got a show like in Arizona. He's got a radio show. And he basically was reporting that Austin Reeves and LeBron James don't like playing with Luka. And that was interesting. So he says,
now, where did he get this information from?
Well, you're asking me. He's an NBA insider. I mean, I don't think he's going to tell us, right?
Oh,
is he going to tell us?
No,
is he going to tell us? Transformer told me.
Right? No, he could have been vague about it. Oh, says teammates, says Laker organization.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from, but I thought it was interesting and worth discussing. Just worth discussing. I didn't, that LeBron and Austin Reeves allegedly do not enjoy playing with Luka. They made commentary to the effect of Austin Reeves doesn't like standing in the corner and catching it with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, which, you know what? It is interesting that would be said because D Wade actually said that he didn't like playing in Cleveland with LeBron because he would be in the corner and catch it with 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Kevin Love.
That's why
Kevin Love said it too. Kevin Love said
yeah, there you go. So D Wade actually asked Ty Lue to come off the bench in Cleveland so that he could actually get into the flow and play the game and not just be a guy sitting there, right? So I thought that was interesting. So now, once more, we're hearing this same kind of talking point where LeBron is concerned, LeBron and Luka. But it is interesting, though, that both of them it's being alleged that both of these guys don't like playing with Luka. So I'm going to just, what are your thoughts on that? Transform, you started last time. Sneed, I'm going to start with you and then we'll.
The Lakers have to be really, really careful with this.
Agreed.
Luka has been been getting alienated since he got to LA. You have people just calling him fat. You have people questioning his conditioning. I mean, there's validity to his ability to perform. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this guy, when he got to LA, when he was traded from Dallas, looked like he was going to break down and like have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
He was devastated and rocked by being traded from Dallas.
Right.
He's 25, turning 26. He's just been moved and uprooted in a situation that he had no control over. He's got his coach calling him out in the public. Now it's these things. They have to be very careful because he can leave as a free agent. They have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe anybody anything in LA. I don't care what they can pay him. People make decisions that are rational, irrational. It doesn't matter. They need to be very careful with this. Mark Walters is very much in tune with this situation. He just bought this franchise. Part of the reason he wanted to spend $10 billion was the fact that Luka is there.
Right.
It has nothing to do with LeBron. He did not buy this franchise because LeBron is there.
Agreed.
Right. So I'm looking at it from this perspective. These guys better be careful with how they deal with these young stars because they're not tough-skinned. They're not. Sometimes the noise is very loud and the signal gets lost. And it's just something I would be very careful with if I was Lakers brass. Now, to address the claim, right, that folks don't like playing with Luka, he's ball dominant. He takes really crazy shots. He's the same player he was in Dallas. Yes, he was the same player.
Yeah.
The last time we saw him in the finals, he self-imploded. He had absolutely zero control of his body. He was just falling over, hacking people. He got fouled out of games and didn't even play the full games. Like, look at the minutes restrictions, like because of foul trouble. Like none of this stuff is new. So they just don't like it, apparently. Yeah, Austin Reeves was ascending. Austin Reeves was emerging. Right. Austin Reeves was the one running the offense when LeBron didn't have the ball in his hands. That all changes when Luka got there because Luka's better than you.
Yes, but let me interrupt you real quick, Sneed. Here's the scary thing. I'm not sure why Austin Reeves would have issue playing with Luka because
I actually don't believe Austin Reeves said anything. I don't believe it.
I was going to get into that.
All goes okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to get into
that.
I
actually don't believe Austin Reeves said anything. I think it's from somewhere else.
Okay. Transformer.
You can't put a name on it. I don't hear it.
That y'all got to stop that.
But you can. I can't sit here. We're in LA, right? We're going to be the off season is the worst time of year for Lakers fans. It really is because we hear so much BS. Every player needs to go here. This player is the highest made bet to go to the Laker franchise. We're doing this. We're interested in A, B, C, D, E, F, G player. It's so much going on, right? And like when you say stuff like this, put a name on it. Other than that, we Laker fans don't hear it because what you're saying doesn't make sense. If Austin Reeves doesn't like playing with Luka, let me finish. If Austin Reeves doesn't like playing with Luka, why is Austin Reeves' numbers better with Luka than without him?
That's the weird part. Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why is LeBron looking younger in the fourth quarter when Luka got to the team? Why is he able to withstand longer efforts of duration on the court when Luka's on the team? So LeBron essentially can play a little bit longer because of them. But why all of a sudden he doesn't like playing with Luka? None of it makes sense. So something like that from this random guy who I've never heard of, nobody's ever heard of, right? To just come out with this and the facts don't match what he's saying. I'm just like, bro, this is just noise, bro.
Okay, but you're a smart guy. You've seen a lot of times people do say irrational things that don't add up, right? So let's look at this. Well, first, let me say this. You and I have talked offline. You know, I have a very credible source that's deeply embedded in the NBA, right? Yeah. We talked about that, right? So if I tell you I got some and I say a source close to the situation, right? That source is credible. So that's why I'm like, we got to stop this business of put a name to it. If you can't put a name to it, we don't believe
He
you.
didn't put
That's
anybody to
not,
it.
well, I get it, but I'm just saying that's not always fair to say that. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, put something to it. He didn't put anything to it. Like, okay, like I said earlier, says Laker teammate or someone in the Laker organization. Like they'll be vague about it. Like they don't have to say, okay, Snead said it, right? I'm not asking you to point the finger at somebody, but I'm saying typically they'll allude to like a group or like, hey, it says Laker teammates or Laker organization or something like what Mark Spears, and when they report, they give a location or they give a generalization of people where it can come from. I mean, I'm looking at the article. I'm like, bro, just said it.
Right.
He said it, but there's like, okay, well, where are you getting this from? Like, did you talk to somebody in the Laker organization?
Maybe he did.
You know what I mean? So, like, he didn't say that part. But then on top of that, like I said, the main purpose of here, the facts of how these guys are playing alongside Luka, they don't match. They to me, they don't match. Right. The biggest problem for us last year for the Lakers was really our interior defense was just crap. There was nothing there. Yeah. Right. And inside, we would just Gobert looked like he was playing.
Actually, the pick and roll defense was atrocious.
Pick and roll because they put the 5 out there who didn't know how to play it. Right. So we made Gobert look like he belonged in the freaking category with Shaq.
Right. I mean, you got one guy who's 40. You got on the perimeter in terms of pick and roll defense. You got a guy who's 40. You got Austin Reeves who doesn't defend when he's on the floor. And then you got Luka who just refuses to and will not.
So I did a film break. I did a film breakdown on several games of Lakers defense, especially the pick and roll. There's a lot of poor fundamentals that Bruce was talking about. That's there. But the coaching isn't making any adjustment. Like there was no improvement from game to game, from week to week, from month to month. They were getting chewed up and spit out, and they weren't changing anything, which means they're not coaching anything either. And this is why I'm critical of JJ Redick, who got better under JJ Redick last year. Nobody. And how did they improve from their previous tenured coach? They didn't. So I have to, this is part of the evaluation of the team, right? When I'm looking at the team holistically, they are flawed. They have problems across multiple areas. No team is perfect.
Right.
This is unnecessary. This is unneeded. This is risky business. Now, if Transformer is right and it's all made up and it's a figment of everyone's imagination, well, then it's noise and it's not signal. But if there's any credence to this and any of it is true, it is self-sabotage of the highest order.
No, I hear you. This is what I wanted to say also, though, Transformer, where it may not match up despite what LeBron was able to do with Luka on the floor in terms of his statistical production. Here's the bigger problem, right? What if this is more a situation of LeBron is frustrated knowing that he is no longer a major part of the Lakers' long-term plans? His control has been greatly diminished. His ability to, pull the strings for the organization has been greatly diminished, if not completely removed, right? All these things, the fact that he's no longer the storyline has been made clear and obvious by the organization and the media, that the Lakers' focus is building around and planning on the future with Luka. Yeah. Maybe all these things are playing into that whole thing of, he doesn't like playing. And he's
just how I can't believe that.
I'm just saying maybe. I'm not saying
no, you know how I can't believe into that?
Talk to me.
He would have opted out. When LeBron's not happy where he's at, what is he known to do?
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. He would have opted out. See, there it goes right there. There goes there. I mean, not saying that you're saying it, but like that synopsis, like if he really wasn't happy with Luka being there, and he knows Luka is the future, he knows that Mark is finna come in, he's finna hand the keys to the Ferrari over to Luka. LeBron would have left. He would have said, "Okay, I'm opting out. I'm going back to Cleveland or whatever the case may be." He would have left. Right? Well, we've known him. If he's not happy, he's leaving.
Here's the other problem. He is no longer in a position at this age to be an opt-out and everybody in the league is running and, throwing away everything to try and get him. And he knows
that. Here's the thing about LeBron. Here's the thing about LeBron. Here's the thing about LeBron. This is truth. This is not conjecture. This is not, it's not that complicated. LeBron is getting paid $52.6 million.
That's correct.
His value as a player is tied to the Lakers. Him retiring a Laker. Jeannie knew that. The Lakers know that.
Mm-hmm.
Value is what you get, but price is what you pay. LeBron does not return the value of $52.6 million as a player
anymore.
Right. The value, again, is connected to the Lakers, retiring a Laker and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of him as a player and what he could produce, he's actually an albatross at $52.6 million.
Mm-hmm.
A trade is complicated, likely involves 3 teams.
Yeah.
Where LeBron is, what do we, I mean, a year, 2 years, whatever.
And if he had opted out, he wouldn't have got the no trade clause. That was the other problem. So he's got one now. We got
lies in the live chat talking about LeBron was the best defender. He was in the backcourt and the play was already gone. They were getting cooked in transition. He was playing 44 minutes. His coach dragged him through the mud. He couldn't even do it. Like, what are you watching?
It's not even watching him guard Julius Randle. Did you not watch him?
It's not. Julius Randle was cooking, bro.
He was playing defense.
He gave a lot of
effort. I'm talking about the transition. LeBron literally can't do the things he used to do. Nobody's blaming LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't blame LeBron for them losing. There was a whole team thing that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron can't do what he used to do. So that means the roster needs to be constructed for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the coaching needs to account for that.
Mm-hmm.
They played him for 45, 46 minutes.
Right.
You're asking to lose. He can't do those things. All these things, again, I've talked about two-sided talk.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is not going to be able to produce to the $52.6 million.
Correct.
He has crippled the Lakers' abilities to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
None of this is legitimized. I'm sorry.
To this article?
No. In terms of anybody saying like they need to pander to him as roster reconstruct. None of this is legitimate. It's bad comedy, is what it is.
So let's say Luka signs the extension, right? He's with the Lakers this year, and let's say
now y'all young disciples cussing at me, bro. This is where we're at. Bro.
That's just his second language.
This is where we're at, bro.
Look,
that man cursed on accident.
Some people care about LeBron James a great deal, and it gets the emotions flowing. So let's say that both of these guys are back next year and they're on the Lakers. Do we anticipate that LeBron gets through the year without any drama with Luka?
Did he last year?
Well, for half the year. I mean, it's always easy when it's new, right? It's like relationships, right? When it's new, everything's gravy.
Who's better?
When it settles in now.
More? Who's better? Who produces more?
It's going to be Luka.
Man, I would say at this point in their career, it has to be Luka.
So what credence, what positive equity would LeBron have alienating Luka?
I don't know, man.
Absolutely none, unless he's trying to get traded. But then he can voice that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing politics. Rich Paul came out and said all this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
The whole butt threw a whole wrench in everything he said. I'm like, but oh man, why you got to throw butt in there? But I immediately stopped reading the tweet. Yeah, exactly. I immediately stopped reading it. I'm like, let me stop reading this, man, because here goes the moment he said but.
You knew what time it was.
All of the damn media waves.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron wants to be traded. Oh, LeBron traded. Oh, LeBron. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Would I employ him being traded? Absolutely.
Oh my
but
God.
For the right reasons, for the right pieces. What's wrong?
Your brother, man. I'm just ignoring the chat, man. This dude. Always with the whataboutism. This is insane. But MJ, man, chill with all that, man. Ridiculous. Anyway. Ridiculous.
But to me, man, all in all, to stay on topic, I mean, we kind of rambled on a little bit, but to stay on topic, to me, like I said, off season, I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so of course I got Laker on my Twitter, I got Laker on Instagram, Facebook. see
that's enough. Keep
it's
going,
like
keep going.
90% BS and 9% okay. There's a little bit of I can get that, and 1% fact for Laker fans, man. It's that chaotic when it comes to everything going on, because we do got some very, 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 and I'm a Laker fan. We have some very, very bizarre fans, like very, very bizarre. Like sometimes I'll be listening to Laker fans talk, and I'm like, yo, no, but this is before LeBron. I mean,
okay.
Just sheer like.
Has it gotten better or worse post 2019?
Worse,
because LeBron fans came. So it added on to like the delusion that we had. Like, damn, all right. Like we have folks believing that back in 2014 we had a chance. I'm like, wait, what? No, we just signed the worst contracts in NBA history. And look at that.
Was Luol Deng there?
The Luol Deng and the Mozgov, the Mozgov signing.
Emo Faye, yeah.
I'm like, bro, what are we talking about? But hey, Laker Twitter was just. Hey, we got a shot. We're gonna be a playoff team. I'm like, but we'll be lucky enough if we get the 5th or 4th
Nash
pick.
year? Was that or was that prior to that?
Nash was
that 13, 12?
Nash was 13, I want to say, because
was the
Dwight Howard deal. Yeah, that was the Dwight Howard deal, because it was supposed to be Chris Paul, so we had to settle for Steve Nash, who ended the rest of his career from a duffel bag.
Jeez,
still not understanding that one. How you end the rest of your career and season carrying luggage?
I think he walked off Christmas break, bro. He was like, "Yo, the kids are home. Bizarre. All right, I'm out."
Steve Nash out for the season, hurt himself carrying luggage. What?
I think they said like it was like a back nerve or something. Yeah,
bro, that was bizarre. But yeah, man. Until like what I mean, like we go through so many like, things like this. I learned I look at stuff, I'm like, okay, and I try to read into it. But like if you're not putting something on it, if it's just like him just talking, I'm like, all right, I hear that all the time, right?
Yeah,
but like to me, and then I look at it like none of the facts match what you said, because I'm like, Austin Reeves clearly plays better with him. He basically gave LeBron another year or two in the league.
He constantly says and does contradictory things, so like the facts not matching up doesn't mean anything to me when it comes to LeBron, though. So I think that's
but LeBron didn't say this. We're talking about Mr. Gambardoro or Gambadoro.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm talking about Gambadoro. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if it's true, the facts not matching up doesn't matter, because we've seen that with LeBron constantly. Like he says, for instance, Rich Paul puts out that he wants to compete for a championship when he just finished telling us that ring culture is weird, right?
Two things can be true.
Fair enough. Yeah, that is correct. Two things can be true, my brother.
Autism boy, what are we talking about? I'm talking about the Laker version of Steve Nash. He was way past that.
Right.
Like even Steve Nash on the last show, what he said with Kevin Durant. Yeah, when I was a very old man. No disrespect, LeBron. I'm like, yeah, Steve, you ended your season carrying a bag, bro. That's like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
How did you do that, bro?
Yeah.
But yeah, not that Steve Nash. We talking 2013. Lakers version of Nash was GOAT. Literally.
Right.
Like a literal GOAT. Not no
correct.
Like eating
greatest of all time.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a couple calls on this before we move on to the last topic. Definitely would like to hear what anybody has, what their thoughts are on this alleged rift between LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves and Luka. The Austin Reeves and Luka, that's an interesting one. That doesn't seem to make any sense. It could be true, but it doesn't. Like, why would you, especially as a non-superstar player, be mad at playing with anyone that their presence increases your production?
Very.
Because literally, when your numbers go up, you get paid more. So I don't know.
Literally, you were averaging 20 points a game because of him, which is why you're looking for another extension.
You got to think about his role. Like he gets two roles. So when so he gets to play his point guard position, right? He creates offense. We've seen that. But now he's also playing off the ball. I mean, he's got two roles, which is, it guarantees a payday.
Yeah.
But now he's also playing off the ball.
Mute us. I think that's neat.
That's Bruce. Go ahead. Mute YouTube.
Just X out of the YouTube.
What's up, man? Hey, man, I want to say this real quick. I'm sick of LeBron whining like a goddamn baby, man. Like, goddamn, man.
Come to the light.
That's my guy. He's so freaking good, man. Consistently for how many years? What's this? 23? Year 23?
23, yeah. Jordan.
Like a goddamn baby. Would you already say Transformer?
No, I just said Jordan. 23.
Man, he's
Jordan.
whining about every little thing. And man, you accomplish everything someone like whatever would dream of. God damn, man. show some wherewithal, some humility. Show some grateful. Be grateful, man. You made it, bro. Like you whine about everything, bro.
I don't think he's gonna. My bad.
Hey, he need to get his big skull. The new ownership ain't going for the bullshit. This is not Jenny Buss. This is not the LeBron. Man, this is my guy. I'm kind of upset, man. I'm going at him like this because this is my guy. And it's freaking good, man. Damn, at 41, he just won. There's always something, man. Just play ball. That's why I appreciate Kawhi Leonard, man. Just don't say nothing.
Well, that's because he's autistic, bro. That's different.
Damn, is he?
Yeah, I think he has a level of autism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
still,
Kawhi
be Tim Duncan. You feel me?
Right,
I mean,
to
your
be fair.
demeanor.
Yeah, but everybody can't be that, you know. But I agree with what you're saying. But everybody's just not built that way. But I agree.
God damn. And I appreciate what you got, man. You got a chance to win the ring. You got Deontay 8 in the day. Let's see, will Luka and LeBron unlock his potential, because he was a really good, he was really a solid center. He had a few solid years in Phoenix. I ain't hear too much about him in Portland. He was solid at Arizona. He was like one of the best big men. I think he was the best big man in the country that year.
Yeah, he was. That's why he was number one.
Has talent, so hopefully LeBron could unlock him and Luka unlock him on those lobs, and his talent. He could play. He lacks. From what I'm seeing in Phoenix, he lacks self-esteem and confidence. He mope and he mope around when things don't go his way. You gotta get some more mental toughness more than anything. But yeah, man, LeBron need to get it together, man. Like shit, man. Damn.
I mean, it's not going. Real talk, Bruce. Not even trying to be funny. It's not going to happen, man. All these years he's never had to. I think it's definitely too late, man. You can't.
You know what they? But you know what they say, right?
What's that?
All
man?
great men have egos, right?
Absolutely. You're 100%
All great
right.
man, you know, don't have somebody some shit about him. You know?
No, you're right.
So, but yeah, man, I'll probably call back on the next. I need to talk about the Steelers thing, man.
No doubt, man.
Call back.
No doubt.
All right, bro.
All right, brother.
All right.
You washing dishes, bro?
I don't know what that is. Yo, you know what's crazy? Young Disciple calls back, man. What's crazy is that DeAndre Ayton averages 16 and 10.5 for his career. Like those are not bum numbers.
It's his work ethic that kills him.
Yeah. Do you know what that says? That says that if he's doing that and he's not trying, imagine if he went hard, he could dominate.
Hey, that's what Mark finna tell him.
You're right.
Hey, man, you a Dodger now. I mean, you a Laker now. Damn, that just feel like,
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
I mean, he owns the Dodgers, right?
What's up, Lakers?
Like it's a perfect thing to say.
That dude is building a sports empire, bro.
Bro, he got the Sparks, the Dodgers, and now the Lakers.
Bro, he owns LA, bro. That is crazy. He doesn't own a county in Wyoming. He owns LA, bro.
LA.
Young Disciple calls
with
back, man.
All them taxes, with all that inflation.
Yeah.
He owns it all, bro.
But what's he got? 2 or 3 titles with the Dodgers, right?
Yeah. They're basically there like every other year for a title.
A lot of money right there. Yeah. And again,
always
deep playoff runs. You don't even obviously you want to win, but deep playoff runs, that makes a lot of money too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, please, don't do that.
I really am curious to know what's behind that report that LeBron doesn't like playing with Luka, LeBron and Austin Reeves. I wonder where that came from. I have a hard time believing dudes are just, making stuff up. I would assume, I guess sometimes it happens, but I have a hard time believing that. So I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense from a statistical standpoint, like you guys brought up, but it doesn't make any sense when you're trying to keep the future of the franchise to resign.
Go ahead, mute that for me, Steve.
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's going on, brother?
Not much. What up, Twizzler? What up, Sneak?
What up, Steve?
What's cracking?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for Young Disciple to call in. Nobody was ringing, so I got bored. I wanted to call in. I just wanted to call out Sneak because he's out here lying on LeBron, saying all this defamatory nonsense. Didn't you know he can't get back in transition because Luke is fat? Don't you watch film, bro?
Hey, man, you're going to lay off my point guard,
You
man.
out here said horrible things about J.J. Redick and his coaching. I watched the film. It's because Luke is fat.
Hey,
I don't understand why you got it. If you don't fat shame.
I was about to say, are you fat shaming Lucas, Steve?
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, he's morbidly obese.
Wow.
I will not have it. And I'm joining the LA bandwagon where we're just going to use the fat shaming scapegoat. And I just listen. Bronny fell to the second round.
It's American food, man. It's American food. Luka went to Europe and got skinny real quick, didn't he?
In a matter of a week.
Hey, if Bronny's been a lottery pick, if Luka wasn't fat, I watched the film.
Steve, you're an idiot, man.
I know. I can't. Hey, if Young Disciple calls in, just drop my call because I really don't have anything of stuff to say. I just got bored. I heard the dead air.
How you come in and trouble?
Hey, listen.
Yo, you know who's not? You know who's in shape right now is Caitlin. She's in shape.
She is. She's hurt.
That's
Didn't
why
they just win a tournament?
I want my wife in shape. I'm not gonna have a fat Luka cooking my sandwiches. That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
That is insane. That's crazy work. It will not happen. I will go straight to the priest. I will get an annulment. We're not having that. She got to stay in shape.
Young Disciple, please call.
Hurry up, please.
Steve, you're
Matter of fact,
crazy.
I'm
You are
call in
the
from a
king of
random
live
number.
chat. You are.
Hey, I'll get off here. I was just bullshit. I was bored. I really don't have nothing to say. I just want to call in and talk to Twizzler. I ain't seen him in like a week. I thought
Yeah,
I miss you too, bro.
I was worried.
All right, let's go ahead and take this. Steve, here's Young Disciple, man. I'm gonna drop
right,
you. All right. All right, brother. Thank you. Young Disciple, what's good, man?
Hey, man, what's up with you on this TMZ fake news, man?
Go ahead, man. What you got?
Bro, now you tell me what you got, bro. Where you get this TMZ fake news from, man?
Oh, we just went through it. It's
Hey,
what's this guy? He is my bad guy.
You talking about what's this guy? Like, come on, bro. Who is that, bro?
His name is he's got a show on Arizona Sports, the Burns and Gamble show.
Hey, thanks for proving my point, bro. It ain't too much I gotta say.
Yo, let me
Hey,
go ahead, man. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Hey, bro, tell me this, bro. If LeBron hated playing with Luka, why did he move off the ball?
You heard him? You hear him?
Yeah, he hear me? Yeah,
I'm gonna let the Lakers expert handle that. Go ahead, man.
He's talking to you.
I'm gonna let the Lakers expert handle that.
Hey, or let that other dude over there answer. The dude that be with that fake objectivity. He be real humble on FYL Sports, but he don't be having none of these. He don't be having none of that to say when he on FYL Sports. But when he get over here, he got all that negativity to say about LeBron. So let him tell me if LeBron had a problem with the way Luka played, why did he move off the ball? Since y'all say LeBron run everything.
I don't think you understand. Most of us here on this panel were saying that this actually doesn't make sense. I think you're fighting yourself right now. You're trying to conjure up something.
That ain't what you were saying, bro. That ain't what you were saying, bro. You was adding credence to it. You was talking about the Lakers need to be really careful. Why would they need to be really careful about something that you saying don't make no sense?
Young Disciple, I said if this is true, I preface my statement. If it's true, it could alienate Luka. And then I went on to say it doesn't make any sense.
Y'all like to say the most important part real silently, but then go on a 7-minute soliloquy about something that y'all saying that ain't true. Like that's what I don't get. But bro, you show a lot of fake humility, bro. Like real talk. Because anything that you saying right now, I ain't never heard you say that on FYL Sports, bro. Why is that, bro? I'm saying, why don't you?
How many times have I been on FYF Sports?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying anytime you've been over there, bro.
You said every time. So how many times have I been on there?
Bro, you more than one.
No, once.
So okay, so you've been on there one time, right?
One time. You
So
said
every
time I've been on there, I was humble.
Okay,
What's wrong with being humble?
I'm gonna say, okay, listen, I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm saying that when you, hey, Bruce, if you went on FIL Sports, Bruce, you mean to tell me it'll take me more than one time to know that you have a negative feeling towards LeBron? No, it wouldn't. I would know that right off the bat. Because you went over there, bro. You had none of this to say about LeBron. I see your little fake jokes you got about Bronny in other comment sections. So I'm just asking you, bro. When you got over there amongst the Lions, why did you act like you was a Lion? Why did you act like you was cool?
What did I say about Bronny on FYF Sports? What is this about,
man, bro? You said nothing about LeBron when you was over there, bro. All I'm saying is that a critic of LeBron will get amongst us, will get amongst people who support LeBron and have nothing to say.
I don't understand. If someone has an objective opinion, someone has an objective opinion about a player in which they can evaluate his, bro, why are you interrupting? I'm just trying to respond to what you're saying. You understand
what I'm saying, bro? But go ahead, bro. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
But it's not hard to objectively evaluate a player's game. It's much more nuanced to evaluate what a player says, and in terms of like off-season moves and how he sees the game and the stuff he says on his podcast and the things he says in his media. These are two different things.
You ducking, bro. You ducking. Hey, Bruce, Transformer. How many times did I have to talk to y'all for y'all to know I was a LeBron supporter?
Once.
One time, bro.
Once. That was it.
This man was on FIL Sports, bro, on the LeBron topic.
Every time I'm on the FYF Sports, every time, all one time.
Well, you a good ducker, boy. Well, you a good guy. Well, you a good goddamn ducker, boy. But I don't got nothing, I don't got nothing else to say, bro. Hey, I enjoy the show, Bruce Transformer. Hey, peace out, bro. I don't got nothing else to say, bro.
Appreciate you, young disciple.
You a good goddamn ducker, boy.
Thank you for the support, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Always.
Young disciple.
As always, man. Just passionate call from young disciple, man. Passionate.
Yes.
That Tom Brady passion. That let's effing go passion.
LFG.
LFG. Y'all know what LFG mean. We ain't gonna say it loud.
Yes. Let's freaking go.
Yes. Not freaking, but you know.
Right. Yeah.
The grown man version of freaking.
Here we go. Laker Nation.
What up, Coach?
Laker Nation. What's up, my brother?
Yeah.
Control yourself, man.
Good. You didn't think you was gonna have a show and your number one member didn't call in?
I appreciate you, man. I do.
Why am I here? I need to leave. I'm leaving.
No, you don't. You stayed. You stayed.
I'm leaving.
What you got, Laker Nation?
Man, I came in at the right time.
Oh, man.
I came in when y'all got done talking about LeBron.
Oh.
Perfect time.
What you got, bro?
Oh.
I'm exhausted of hearing about that dude.
You're the best, man. I love you. I do. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
I want to talk about this DeAndre Ayton signing.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna do a free agency run around tomorrow.
Man, quit doing that, man. Let me talk.
What? You gonna tell the co-host and you going off the topic of what the host is talking about? And I'm supposed to let you talk? No. Talk Coach about LeBron and Luka issues, okay?
Coach is trying to call an audible.
I ain't gonna call Luka audible on our show, Sneak. Okay. Hey, man, I'm gonna talk about this DeAndre Ayton thing. Wait, what's wrong with you? Peyton Manning and our show, man. Peyton Manning, take Omaha.
You're damn right, Omaha.
You're damn right, Omaha.
Damn right, Omaha.
He paid Manning the show, y'all. He paid Manning the show.
He came with the audible.
That was awesome, bro. That was fucking awesome. Hey, man, I'm talking about DeAndre Ayton. Bump this.
Forget the topic.
Forget the topic. I'm changing it. Let's talk about this. Oh, that was real. That was so real, bro.
Y'all are wild, man. Y'all are wild.
Hey, man,
seriously, Laker Nation, we are going to discuss that topic tomorrow.
This is why we are making your show number one on YouTube.
We trying, man. We trying, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Real talk. I'm not even
We
just
the
saying
best,
that.
man.
Yeah.
TDG. What TDG at, man? TDG in the building? I think she was here.
She was here earlier.
Shout out to Sneed. I'm gonna say this a while ago. Shout out to you, Sneed, man. Forget all that bashing that you was getting a few minutes ago. I'm gonna show you some love, man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Man,
I need it, bro.
heard,
he really pummeled me, man. I was quacking and ducking straight up.
Hey, duck.
Something
Doug,
from
Goose.
something from Tigger's channel came through and y'all was talking. I didn't see no visuals, but it was just all audio and y'all was talking about the ring culture, man. And you was hitting a lot of stuff on the nose. I was like, that voice sounds familiar. Like, oh, that's my voice, me.
Mr. Mobile Tech himself.
They were talking about the whole Kobe slander and all that crap.
Yeah, that's been an interesting topic. That might be something we need to.
I don't want to because I'm gonna get angry.
It's really
messed up. I don't like talking about it because I get
messed up.
Yeah, I don't like talking about it either because I try not to get pissed off, but people be saying some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you have an objective Celtics fan hanging around, huh?
Yeah, we don't want to hear from you about no Kobe.
You
Excuse you?
to an extent.
Wait a minute.
Throwing shade.
Check real quick. When have I ever been remotely disrespectful towards the Mamba? You tell me.
The way you stepped into the conversation. Well, you need a Celtic to be in there to level things out. We don't need a damn Celtic to talk about Kobe, okay? Do you understand me?
Wait a minute.
We don't
have I not always?
Transformer's neck is talking right now.
Right.
You hit me? You hear what I'm saying, bro?
Have I, Laker Nation? Let me ask you. Have I not,
Goose?
Laker Nation.
Oh my God!
Have I not always, at every turn, given the Mamba his due respect? Have I not?
Why are you trying to do me like this?
I'm asking you because if I have ever been disrespectful to the Mamba, you tell me and I'll apologize right now because I don't think I ever have. I just have him slightly behind Magic. I have him slightly behind Magic. I've
never heard you.
Okay.
I've never heard you disrespect the Mama because I would have been the first one to tell you so.
Okay.
Tell him about yourself.
Yeah, I've always given that dude his due. Now, if anyone says that it's disrespectful to have Magic ahead of him as greatest Laker, okay, I'll take that. But that's
no. The only thing what I'm saying is true. You give your 2 cents like yeah this is good, but at the end of the day you always end it with or you insinuate I love the Lakers' downfall.
Of course I do.
Because I'm a Celtic.
I am. I mean, what you expect?
I don't want y'all to trade LeBron. I want y'all to keep him.
Yeah, keep him in suffer.
Keep y'all in cuffs. All because we see the Celtics selling away everybody but the mascot.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. For real.
We're in a strange place in the league right now.
Come back to practice like, where is everybody?
Where the team go? Oh, Lucky's here. Hey, Lucky. Lucky, like, I'm on deck.
We're going to be like, it's just you and me, Tatum.
I heard I'm next, bro. Chill out.
Lucky, like, I ain't here.
He might turn into Kobe. He might turn into Kobe and walk into practice and walk out and say, I just want to say hi to y'all before y'all get traded tomorrow.
For real.
Bruh. And he'd be dead ass about it, too. Like, hey, man, y'all might get traded.
For real.
Next day. Jason Tatum traded. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, for real.
No, but I saw this well, I didn't see no audio, but I just saw an article and some posts about that about all of a sudden LeBron and Austin Reeves don't like playing with Luka, and I just saw it and I closed it. I'm like, this is the same crap that always happens on every team that he's on when he wants to leave. There's like nonsensical drama just pop up. Like all of a sudden, this guy is not holding up his weight, and this guy's not doing it. This guy's not doing that. It's always like that when he's on his way out. It's like he wants to drop one more nugget to cause chaos and leave and watch it burn. He done it in Cleveland. He done it in Miami. He did it in Cleveland the second time, and now he's trying to do it in LA. But our new owner is not going to let that happen.
Now, I was just about to say that.
Our new owner is not going to let that happen, and it's just okay. I'm not getting my way. All right, give me my $52 million, and I'm just going to drop a nugget out here to prove that I still have some power. I'm saying I'm going to watch your moves. If you're not going to make the moves I like, I'm gonna ask to get traded. And from what I'm seeing, there's not a huge market for him. Not at $52 million.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there you go. All right, Laker Nation, you got anything else, man? We're gonna go ahead and get to this last topic.
Yeah, Sneed, man, keep your head up, man. Don't be letting people try to bully you and things, man. You're doing a great job, man, on these YouTube streets, man. Keep it up, man.
I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the support.
I'm with you though. I'm not going to get on no show with a whole bunch of LeBron supporters because I'm not gonna do that to myself because I'm not gonna listen to 5 different people spit nonsense out their mouth for 2 hours, and I'm the only one trying to speak common sense, and nobody wants to hear it. So I wouldn't do that to myself. Screw them. Let them wallow in their own misery. Let them wallow in their own misery and believe, and let them go to bed believing the BS that they want to believe. That's not true.
That's right, Coach. That's right.
And the only LeBron supporter that I've heard sick of his nonsense is Baltimore Bruce, and shout out to him.
There you go. There you go. All right, Laker Nation, appreciate the call, bro. We're gonna go ahead and get to this last one and call that.
Yeah, Get to Steve's topic.
Ugh. I know, right? All right, brother. Have a good night, man.
Later, Coach.
All right, y'all. Man, good topic. Boy.
That Coach in a good mood, man.
Yeah.
Duck. Goose.
Crazy. Oh, man. All right. So let's take it to the NFL. Transformer, I'm going to let you lead with this since you missed the NFL talk last time, man.
I got to lead it.
Yeah,
I wasn't prepared to lead it. But anyway, I smoke rocks. We get to talk football. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're getting more and more.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers made a trade this past week. 2 days ago? Was it the weekend? Was it over the weekend? Oh, 2 days ago. Either way, made a trade getting Jalen Ramsey from the Miami Dolphins along with Jonnu Smith out of Miami. So they added a tight end to go behind Pat. I can never pronounce his name right. Frymouth. There you go. From Frymouth. I just call him Patty F. But Patty F. Man, they now have 2 solid tight ends where we can run 2 tight end sets, but they also added another cornerstone cornerback to go along with Darius Slay, Deshaun Elliott, Juan Thornhill at free safety, and Joey Porter Jr. at the other right cornerback. So obviously the defense is picking up. Not too long ago, I believe, a week ago, the Baltimore Ravens, who are inside of that division, ended up signing former Pro Bowler Jair Alexander. So they're sure up in their defense on their side. So the Steelers said, hold my beer. We're going to go add a Pro Bowler at corner as well to try to match up with that, man. So, Bruce, this is the opposite of you. So I'm going to go to the complete other opposite, whose team is not really doing too much. We're just talking about a lot of of a rookie whose daddy's last name is Sanders. So it's a lot of traction going towards that guy. So we're going to talk to the Cleveland Brown here and see what he has to say on the Steelers in this acquisition of Jalen Ramsey.
When was the last time he was a Pro Bowler?
Rams.
How recent?
Man,
the Rams. I want to say the Rams.
The Rams. So we're talking 2 years? 2 years?
That's an excellent question, Sneed. I'm going to look that up while you keep talking.
I'll look it up too.
But here's the thing. If you're that close from being a Pro Bowler, that means you're still probably good.
Yeah.
Right? So he's still probably a good player.
I mean, they think he is. They gave him a pay raise too.
Yeah, exactly. So they think he could still play at a high level. And, the division has
2023.
Surprisingly, this division likes to throw the ball. Everybody thinks it's like you're running the ball and that's it. But like they're taking shots down the field. Right. So you brought him in for a specific matchup. You're going to be playing certain teams a couple of times a year. So, he's there for a reason. And he's tough and he's a fighter. Like he's not, he shows up every Sunday. He's in the play. Like he's not going to back down from any matchups or anything like that. It's a good pickup. Yeah, it's a good pickup. It's a good deal for them. He's going to play well. He's in a situation where he could just focus on football, and I mean, it's good for them. It sucks for other teams because in my opinion, I think the secondary is pretty good, right? He bolsters that secondary. He makes it better too. Do you guys think that the Ravens still have the best secondary in the division though?
I think it's a battle.
Yeah. Okay,
it's definitely a battle.
Okay, so prior to this, it was clear it was the Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay, so this makes a little. See, that's kind of how I'm seeing this.
Everybody is building to try and deal with Cincinnati.
Yeah, and they had a down year, kind of, sort of like they started really, really, really slow, and they clawed to get back in it.
They caught on fire. That's what they did.
But like everybody was waiting for it. Remember, it was like week 5, week 6. They're like, "Where's this happening? When is this going to happen?"
Yeah,
It's a good move. The Steelers, it's a different situation for them because very typically they draft their players. They don't really make
they're homegrown type guys,
right? And that's always been true about their defense, and it's always been true about their receivers, and the running backs too, But this is a different kind of move, and it's a good one for them. It makes them a better team, I think. I don't know. I don't see how they're losing here. I don't see any risk. I don't see any trouble. I think it, puts them right up there with Baltimore in terms of best secondaries in the division.
And real quick, speaking of the fact that you're a Cleveland guy, Sneed, isn't it interesting that, overall Cleveland's defense is really good, but it seems like they want to build their defense up front on the pass rush. I think that's interesting.
They also feel they feel like they have a decent secondary. They don't think they have a bad one.
Well,
but they understand that
pass rush, you don't necessarily need
you don't need the best secondary. You could have an average to above average one and do some damage. But they wanted to shore up the other side of the line. Opposite Myles Garrett,
right?
Because Myles Garrett signed big money.
Yeah,
they must have given him the indication like we're gonna do this to make your job a little bit better,
Yeah, and I think they drafted the kid out of Michigan, right? Interior defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle. Okay, I thought you were talking about the running back. I think that's all right.
Nah.
So, Bruce, what's your biggest take? So now you got Baltimore sitting on cloud 10. We're the leader of the division. We the big dogs. Ravens flop. But now you got the Steelers over there like, knock. Who's there? Duck.
Honestly, I think that I think Mason Graham. Thank you, Steve. I think that you have when it comes to Pittsburgh, they may have done themselves a disservice. They may have done themselves a disservice. I think that maybe they would have been better served at trying to go out there and find another wide receiver, because Aaron Rodgers can't do it like he used to at this point in his career. So you get him another weapon on the outside so that he's able to throw more, because the Steelers are always going to have a solid defense, but clearly they need more offense. So I think maybe they did a disservice. I get what they were trying to do in terms of line up against Cincinnati and deal with that monster, right? We all know how elite they are in the passing game, but Pittsburgh needs to do a better job of, and I'm not anti-defense, as you all know, but Pittsburgh, I think, probably needs to do a better job of trying to facilitate better offensive production.
Yeah, because clearly both of the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Browns, they care about the talent that lies in that division, right? You got Cincinnati, who has 2 number ones playing 1 and 2 at receiver, right? You got Joe Burrow. You got Lamar Jackson, who has one of the greatest backs in the NFL in his backfield, right?
Yeah.
You got Mark Andrews. You got what's your receiver?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. You got Zay Flowers over there. So it's a lot of great offenses. Now, who's going to build the better defense to compete with that? Right? Is your offense going to be that's also wowing all the time that my defense can't stop you? That's what the Ravens and Steelers are doing. Like, okay, we can slow these guys down and keep everything in front of us. We can win these games, right? Their biggest threat right now is Baltimore. Baltimore's biggest threat is the Steelers. It's always been that type of battle in between them, right? Now they're looking at Cincinnati like, all y'all got is offense. We see that. And if we got some defense that can just slow y'all down, we can take care of y'all fairly easier if we look at it like that. Baltimore over here, on the other hand, one of the best offenses and defenses in the entire NFL. You got Thunder and Lightning on offense, but then I also got to worry about your secondary, who just added a Pro Bowl talent at cornerback, right? With a solid D line. That's more of what the Steelers are looking at. We got to compete with that. If we're going to have any chance to win, it's this year, and that's it. So the Steelers are throwing all their ducks in a row and relying on this may be the best season we have for the next 2 to 3 seasons, because Aaron Rodgers has already announced his retirement. I'm going after this, right?
Well, he said most likely.
Right?
So what's the Steelers' weakest point on their team?
I would say they just shored up a little. I would say they need one more receiver. They needed a gadget guy. I think they need a gadget guy. Aaron Rodgers thrives with gadget guys. You know what I mean? Your Randall Cobb types. Like, that's why he brought Randall Cobb over there to the Jets, because he was like,
when was the last season that Aaron Rodgers showed you that he just needed one more piece and he was getting you to the Super Bowl?
When has he showed that he needed one more piece?
How recently was he
really good
one piece away from getting to the Super Bowl?
About 4 years ago. Yeah.
That's a long time for a guy who's
season in
is
Green
he
Bay.
40? 41?
Is he 40 now? I believe he is.
Well, what we got to remember, obviously the situations were different, but he actually put up better stats last year than Pat Mahomes did. So, like, he wasn't as bad as we think.
He also lost a lot more games than Patrick Mahomes, too. We count that stat?
Yes.
I remember 2 years ago, this dude in the first game of the season scrambled and tore his
41.
Was it a ligament?
He tore his Achilles.
He tore his Achilles.
He ran one time in game 1 of the season.
And I don't think that was a run.
No, he like scrambled, didn't he? Like he was leaving the pocket.
I thought it was a step, like he was stepping back. And he was trying to
it was
go
like
forward.
His first step to get out of the pocket.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
He was in the pocket, right?
Yeah.
And it just tore.
Yeah.
So he wasn't ready for the season 3 years ago.
Right.
I don't know how far the Steelers can go, knowing how important that position is. And this guy's already told you it's 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, 2021, he played really well. 69% completions, right. 4,100 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, 4 picks.
Yeah, that was the MVP season.
He was lighting it up.
When Russell Wilson signed with the Steelers last year, I was thrilled. As a Browns fan, I'm like, yo, we can beat the Steelers.
I'm like, why are you happy?
I'm like, this is cool, bro. This is great.
Right.
I mean, I'm not scared of Aaron Rodgers right now. Lamar gives me problems.
Lamar gives you nightmares.
Yeah, Lamar gives me problems. Joe Burrow gives me problems.
Nightmares.
Aaron Rodgers, okay. All right.
That's fair. To me, and I said this on the show before, Aaron Rodgers is going to be 40. By the time the playoff starts, he'll be 42 years old.
This is what I was saying, Transformer.
He's going to be 42 years old.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't been prime Aaron Rodgers since Green Bay. He left over 2 years ago. Right? Now he's in a new environment. He missed all the OTAs. Now he has to build some type of chemistry with these guys over the next, give or take 2 months before the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you don't, because he's never played with none of these guys.
He's been hot dogging it for years.
And he's married now.
To the choir.
He's married
he
now.
He didn't invite Bakhtiari.
I know. I think he married Manti Te'o's former fiance.
That's crazy work.
Wait, the fake one? Or the real one?
No, the actual one. I think the actual one.
The fake one.
Oh, the fake one?
Because no one.
Gotcha, catfish.
Right. He's like, no, she doesn't want to be in the public eye. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yo, you remember that dude Neve from Catfish, bro? Neve knows all about it, bro.
Yeah, I remember Neve. My daughter used to love that show, Catfish, man. She had us watching that like as a family. We're watching that show bugged out. Like, what? How does this happen? I don't know.
Uh-oh. Steve's hungry.
Steve's about to light it up, bro.
Steve's hungry.
It's a stick of dynamite.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be duck. Oh. That's my new joint, man. Thank you, Young Disciple, bro. I'm using that. That's my new joint. All right, man.
Y'all can handle Steve on this call. I'm not getting involved.
Stay out of the crosshairs,
man, you in his division. He basically gonna be talking to you two. Y'all in his division.
That's okay.
Are you still like Green Bay all day? Is that still your move? All right.
Oh, he definitely is.
What? Do I need to change hats on you?
Yo, real quick, Transformer. Isn't it ironic what Aaron Rodgers has become in the last handful of years? How he literally became Brett Favre.
Isn't it?
It's hilarious.
He wanted so
crazy. It's like a mirror.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Yeah.
It's almost like he taught him what to do, how to be a scumbag at the end of your career.
Absolutely.
Well,
go to the Jets first.
Allegedly stealing welfare
go to the Jets. Like, oh, okay, cool. Right? Talk about going to Minnesota. Oh, I might want to go to Minnesota. What did Aaron Rodgers want to do this offseason? Go to Minnesota.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to some poor state in the South and takes all their money, then it's over, bro. He checked all the boxes, bro.
Right.
Was it Mississippi? He took Mississippi's
poorest state
allegedly.
In the country, bro.
Allegedly.
Wait, didn't he? What? He just paid the reparations and called it a day?
I don't even know how they.
No, they audited it.
Did they find out it was him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he tried to say like he didn't know where the money was moving, and he didn't know this, he didn't know that, and they were like, "But you're right here."
I don't know nothing.
He's like, "I didn't know that."
Jeez.
It was like low income housing. No, what's it called? Not Section 8. What was it? What was the program?
He's a straight up thief, bro. He's a scam artist, bro.
That was crazy work. Then he tried to sue Shannon Sharp, and he lost that case.
What the hell did he try to sue him for?
Because Shannon was talking about it.
Defamation?
That's exactly what we tried to get him for,
and he lost. And Shannon gladly came on the show and said, "Yep, that's over." Tried it.
Right.
Jeez.
Like, you can't sue me for stuff that's public information, sir.
Right.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Like, this is public. This ain't like I made this stuff up. Like you said, like I made it up.
At that point, like what after the transgressions and all the things that were in the news cycles at the end, like what are you trying to salvage?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You know,
I have no idea.
That's like a criminal with like 9 crimes on the record is like, oh, can't get the 10th one, you know.
Right.
Yeah. That'll be bad, you know.
That'll be bad.
So Steelers finishing first in the division or no, Bruce?
Nah.
You sure?
I still got Baltimore.
Baltimore?
Not because I'm a fan. Yeah, I just think they're the best team. Like Snead said, obviously, you know, I got love for Al Golden, you know, best coordinator in college football last year for the Irish. Go Irish. But I mean, they are what?
Nothing.
No, Cleveland, Cincinnati is clearly breaking in a brand new defensive coordinator, so we got to see how that goes. And then you've got and then you know the offense is back in place, but also we got to remember Trey Hendrickson is still up in the air. We don't know what's going on with him. Their number one pass
rusher.
rusher.
About going to Green Bay. Yeah,
we don't know anything about Cleveland's quarterback situation, how that's going to play out. So
might end up in Green Bay.
It's a lot of stuff going on, man. And I definitely think that Pittsburgh is definitely improved, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think they could be sneaky, man, with their defense, right? You don't need Aaron Rodgers to be the old Aaron Rodgers.
No, you don't.
You don't. I think they just need him to not turn the ball over. He's known for that.
Is he better than Duck Hodges?
Is he better than Duck Hodges?
Yes.
Remember Duck Hodges a couple years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, Duck Hodges.
Okay, that's okay, because that's what they had, and I think they were 500 that year.
They've been 500 every year for like the last 13 years.
So if they finish one game above 500, 2 games above 500, it's like we did something.
No, I think it's more so win the first game of the playoffs.
Duck Goose Hodges.
Oh, you have a playoff standard. Okay, I got
you.
Yeah,
I think for the Steelers, you're like, can we win a playoff game? Because that's been their bugaboo for the last 3 years. They haven't been able. They make the playoffs. Cool. We keep making the playoffs, but we're losing the first game every time. Like, what's going on? So I think if you can get the right,
they are
matchup,
underdogs in these matchups, though.
They are, and that's fair because they had the Ravens last year. I think Cincinnati was like the year before, and this was when Cincinnati was riding high. They had them in the first round, had Kansas City in the first round one time. It was just like, okay, like these guys.
I think they lost by like 4 TDs against Kansas City that year.
Yeah, it was just ugly, right? I mean, and the Ravens just dog walked them. It was just like, hey,
it's kind of what the Ravens do to
bend
people.
over on the knee and just
saying.
I mean, until they went to Buffalo, of course, but that's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. That is correct.
That's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, I don't think the Steelers need Aaron Rodgers to be the old Aaron Rodgers. They just need a guy who, in the moment, can you get us a drive to get us down there, right? You're obviously not turning the ball over. Our defense can get you turnovers, right? Our defense can get you the ball back. Can you do something with these turnovers? Because that's something that, of course, Justin Fields, he was more of a gadget quarterback, and they didn't really have the scheme enough to make him thrive in that offense. Then you bring in Russell Wilson, who literally thought that he was still Cam Newton and tried to run through people and realized that wasn't working anymore. But now, like, can you get in situations to where this is the final drive? Can you get me down there? Can you get me a field goal? End of the half, can you get me a field goal range? I think Aaron Rodgers can still do that, right? And judging off of the scientific facts about Achilles injuries, it's the following season after your Achilles injury.
That's the thing we have to take into account.
Despite him, he is old. Now he is old. I will say that. So he may be the anomaly of this one, but let's see what we get now that he's a whole year and a half removed from that Achilles injury. What do we get now, right? So I think they could be pretty good. I think
they'll be second in the division.
Yeah, and that's not being a slight, because second in the division may be 12-5.
What do you? Yeah, I was gonna say what. So you've got Baltimore winning 13 games.
They could.
Gotta look at the schedule. I honestly have not evaluated the schedule yet.
It sounds to me like you'd have them winning 12 or 13 games.
Yeah,
I could see that. I don't think that's
the Steelers winning 10-11.
Yeah, I think I told Cottage in the chat that I saw Pittsburgh winning about 11. I can see that.
Yeah, especially as they're boosting up this secondary. You see, Ravens got the Bills, the Browns, the Lions. Ooh, they starting off with some good opponents here. Let me see, Bills, Browns. They could beat the Browns. Lions, that's going to be a great game at home. Then they got the Chiefs. Then they got the Texans. Then they got the Rams. This is a solid start for the Ravens.
Okay, so you just named the first 5, right?
I just named first 6. Okay, I give it to you again. You got
Can they win 4 of those?
You got Bills, Browns, Lions, Chiefs, Texans, Rams.
Ooh, that's tougher than it.
Okay, so they could. I think they legit. I mean, I feel pretty confident they could win the 3. Confident, right? And then you're like, okay, well, some of those tougher matchups is more like a 50-50.
Yeah, like the Chiefs.
Who's
Lions,
like,
and the Bills.
Yeah,
those
are they home in some of those matchups? Right?
There's no reason they can't beat the Bills. They're at the Bills, but they did smoke. They smoked them in the regular season last year. They lost in the playoffs, so You know they're gonna have something.
And this is the first game of the season too. So you know that whole we just lost to y'all last.
By the way, first game of the season, defenses are sharp.
Yeah.
First game of the season, and first month of the season, actually, right? They're generally healthy. They're generally a more reactionary side of the ball as opposed to, you know, trickery and timing and all that the offense has to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you can, I think you could lock them in for a good record, even though they're going to have probably the toughest schedule through that first 6 games in the league.
All right, then we get to the next one. This one, it kind of softens up a little bit. You got the Bears, you got the Dolphins, the Vikings, you got the Browns, you got the Jets, and then you go back into your divisional games where you got the Bengals, Steelers, Bengals.
Right. Damn, Steve said 1 and 5.
That's Steve, you know, it's to be expected.
Hey, to end the season, you got the Patriots, you travel to Green Bay, and then you end the season with the Steelers. So I would say it's a solid 12. I can see 12 and 5 in this season.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 50-50.
You're always gonna have a letdown game, right?
Yeah,
a game you should have won but didn't. You know, so you always got to account for that, and you're gonna have the games, you know, where it's blowouts because the other team's just that bad. You know,
yeah.
Like a game at the end of the season against the Browns, like that's going to be a blowout because the Browns will be out of it and they'll have nothing to play for, and Ravens will be looking to lock up the division. You know,
right.
I mean, but y'all play all y'all games in the beginning and the middle of the year,
like the front 10.
Yeah. Your games in the front 10. Both of your games in the front 10.
Look, man, only thing we need
Steelers in the back.
Only thing we need to be concerned about with Cleveland is them figuring out the quarterback situation. After that, you can properly evaluate what's going to be what. I think that's the key.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting in that division. That's for sure.
Bro, the Shedeur Sanders thing has like the craziest narratives to it. I don't know. You got people that hate the kid. You got people that overrate the kid. You got like people are saying he's going to be starting by week 4. You got people saying that he shouldn't start at all this year. You got other people saying why they draft him if you're not going to play him. I mean, I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
That's interesting. That's for sure.
Very.
Steelers. Let me see. Can they win 11 games? Was that the question?
Basically.
All right. So they start off the Steelers, Seahawks, Patriots, Vikings, Browns, Bengals, Packers. That's your first 7. I definitely can see a winning 5 or 6 of those games. I definitely can see that. After the Packers, we're moving into November. They got the Colts, the Chargers, the Bengals again, the Bears, the Bills. Out of that 5, I can see 3-4 wins. Your toughest opponent to be the Bills, and I always give you, you know, those divisional games are always 50-50 when you ask me. Then they got the Steelers, the Dolphins, the Lions, the Browns, the Ravens. That part gets a little tough because you got the Ravens twice in the last 5 games, and you got the Lions, who's going to be fighting for the divisional spot. You got the Browns. It's the end of the year, so the Browns game, I could see the Steelers winning out when the Browns may be out of it. And then you got the Dolphins in December.
Unless,
so you know how they play in December.
Unless it's a snowy Thursday, the Browns ain't winning that game. If it's snowing and it's a Thursday, they could win that game.
They could win it. They got a good shot. They got a good shot. And the Dolphins got to travel to Pittsburgh in December. So you know how that works. So that's a loss. So
ain't gonna happen, Captain.
No, they could definitely squeeze 11. They could definitely squeeze 11 out
like,
there.
yo, where's the campfire at? Y'all do campfires over here? Where's the campfire at?
Right.
Man, them warmers ain't hurt. That ain't working. They ain't working.
The Dolphins want nothing to do with cold weather. They don't want any parts of that.
Bro, Cleveland can get, like, with the wind chill off the lake where the stadium is, like -20 with the wind chill.
Yeah, they don't want that.
Like, they'll close down schools because the kids can't go outside. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I came to Columbus one time for the Arnold Classic. I think
Columbus is
like February.
Bro,
and
Columbus
I was like,
is like 15 degrees hotter than Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. I was colder than shit.
Is Arnold was it's always in January, right?
February, beginning of February, I believe. Yeah, beginning of February.
Yeah, and they were always hosting it in Columbus.
Yeah.
I went to the Arnold a couple of times. Did my push-ups to get my protein powder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to do 75 push-ups. I'm like, all right.
Really?
Nah, man, it's a good time, man. It's a lot of excuse me. It's a lot of fun out there. A lot of fun, man. Get to meet a lot of people, a lot of bodybuilders, and the fitness enthusiasts, the Instagrams, a
lot of leggings for sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Idiot. Oh man! All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's take a quick couple of calls and then we get out of here for the night.
Steve say he wanted to say something about this.
I'm sure he does.
Oh, I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty sure Eddie's on standby too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, Steve, I don't want to talk about it, but man,
what's Steve's team? I know he's.
I swear Ed would be sitting around with his finger on the button, waiting to call. Man, go ahead, Edward. What's up?
Yo,
man?
Man. Hey, yo, enough of this, y'all talking this shit. My fault, brother.
Right, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. What you
I'm
got?
Just saying, man. Somebody, Bruce, I already talked to you about it. Transformer, my brother, and my guy who sells 10 cell phones out the trunk.
I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me.
Can one of you guys?
The phone world.
Oh my goodness.
Sneed is that guy, man.
I know, right? Man, can one of you guys explain to me this trade we did we sent Micah Fitzpatrick back to where he came from and Jalen Ramsey?
Yes.
We did.
We talked about that already. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, I missed it. I'm working, but right now I'm fucking off from work. I ain't get the chance to hear it. What happened?
No. We're just saying that we believe that the Jalen Ramsey thing is specifically in response to the Bengals. And then also, I read either today or yesterday that they're going to use Jalen Ramsey also at safety a little bit. So he's got more versatility in the defensive backfield than Minka Fitzpatrick does. So if you get a guy that can play two positions and is just a couple of years removed from being a Pro Bowler, you do that.
Yeah. Putting him at the nickel a lot.
Did we really need to make that move? I mean,
yes.
for the Bengals, really? I don't see how though, Bruce.
You forgot how good they are. Okay.
You definitely forgot the 45 to 42 losses that they were suffering because they knew how to put up points. They just couldn't stop nobody.
Right.
Okay, they just know how to put up points. I mean, look, only team I'm really worried about is them dirty ass Birds and the toilet bowl Browns. I'm really worried about them only. You know what I'm saying? Because the Browns, I know they play y'all real tough. Bruce partner left on that one, but you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still finding a hard time to understand that trade. I know what y'all telling me, but I don't understand how. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, hey,
it is. Yes, that's correct. It is.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
I'm saying, man, the secondary is nice though. The secondary is going to be nice. You're hoping the best from Aaron Rodgers. You got a rookie running back who just did his thing in Iowa. Or was it Iowa State? Was it Iowa State? I think it's Iowa. I think it was Iowa. Yeah, because he went from black and yellow to black and yellow.
Yes, Iowa.
Mm-hmm. So, and the only question mark y'all got is paying TJ Watt.
Mm-hmm.
What's the reservations there?
We're going to pay him. I mean, it's just too much other stuff we got. Man, look, I'm not expecting as much from us this season again. I'm just tired of us just getting to the first round and we stunk it up and then we go home. Like, come on. I mean,
you're not good, so, you know.
Ooh. Hey, Joe, Bruce, Calvin, chill, bro. Kermit the Frog, bro. Come on, man. I'm talking to the other guys. I don't want to talk to you. I'm already got to deal with my partner, Jazz, man. He already been talking crap to me already.
Mm-hmm.
I already know it.
Do you think, based on the talent they've had the last several years, do you think they should have did better than the first round?
So with that being said, I mean,
that was a question, Eddie.
I know I'm answering it, man, bro. Come on now, look, chill. question is basically, man. Like, I ain't forgot, man. My guy said, Steve, repeat that question, man. I mean, hey, my mind is all over the place, man. I'm pissed off right now about my team. What was that question again, sir?
So everybody's going to agree with you and say it's like being stuck in purgatory. You keep going to the first round and losing. But, like, what's the expectation? Did you think that there were years where they should have gone beyond the first round?
To be honest with you, I mean, it really all started with our quarterback because, I mean, hey, it's just been our defense just been keeping us up afloat. Just really our defense. The quarterback spot, now we had Lil Hands. Man, he did what he did. He was all right. Before Mason Rudolph, he was all right. But, man, like, the only person I could say that really gave us our due was just basically was Big Ben. Now, when we played the Browns, I thought we did have a chance. That's when we was like had the 11-0 streak going on. We won 11 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought we could have made it out the first round with that, but nah, you know, we stalked it. We got a big goose head with that. So
I mean, with quarterback, without the quarterback being, you know, like the quarterback that can win you games, I feel like the first round is what it is in the NFL.
That is true, sir. That is true, man. But I'm gonna let B More, man, go and call in, man. He gonna end up talking crap, and yeah, it is what it is. What I was gonna say was, Transform. I didn't get your answer when I had asked you that in the chat, man. Who would you? Well, of course, I don't know why I asked you that. You're gonna take a prime Aaron Rodgers over Patrick Mahomes, so I didn't know why I asked you that question. That was an easy answer. My fault.
Wasn't as easy though. You know, I would say it's not as easy. It's not an easy question. I don't know. That's a very, like, they're so close.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
You can't go wrong by saying either player.
Mm-hmm.
But can we take the championships? Take championships out though. Just take championships out of.
Yeah, and I'm still.
I know y'all looking at. I know you still don't know.
Still don't know because now I mean, when you're trying to dictate the player. And like looking at what both of those guys have done, you know, Pat so far in his career and Aaron Rodgers for his entire career. I mean, both of those guys have spectacular seasons, spectacular plays.
You know what's crazy, Transformer?
Pretty much even. Right?
Transformer, you know what's crazy? When Aaron Rodgers used to get the ball in the fourth quarter, I'm like, he's gonna score.
Yeah, you know
he's gonna score. Over. Like they're not. And then I say the same thing about Mahomes. Fourth quarter, he's gonna.
Don't
score.
give him the ball.
Yeah, that's I think so. I see them. That's why it's like the same thing.
Yeah,
you know.
But I think, Steve, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all only have how many years did y'all really have a good defense?
Not many. Like towards the beginning of Aaron Rodgers' career, we had a solid defense. That's when Clay Matthews and those boys were getting hot. And after that, man, Aaron Rodgers was literally holding us on a string with our porous. We had one of the worst rush defenses. The year, I believe the 49ers and the following, I think it was Atlanta one year, they just ran right through us, like 200 and something yards on rushing. I'm like, we just couldn't stop the run. Then after that, we couldn't stop we had the worst secondary. It was like we couldn't stop nobody passing the ball. So it was quite some times where we had some very, very poor defenses. The last 2 years we had, I would say, a top 15 defense, and you see how far, you know, he made it to the, you know, I almost say Eastern Conference Finals. The NFC Championship game when we lost against Tampa, you know, that was a nail biter, and I think we would have won the Super Bowl if we would have went to Kansas City and played in that one because they were going through a lot of injuries that we could have took advantage of that the same way Tampa did. But other than that, not a lot of years though.
But when we look at Aaron Rodgers different, a prime Aaron Rodgers different if he had Andy Reid as a coach and that defense.
I believe you have a different guy.
Absolutely. Yes.
Believe you. I think Andy Reid, you probably would have, because the thing about Mike McCarthy and what Murphy was doing over there, they wasn't drafting that man no first round talent. They wasn't giving him no talent.
If he had Andy Reid, man, he probably
Andy Reid is surefire getting that man some receivers, a run guy. Like Andy Reid would have definitely got him right because Andy Reid is more offensive minded. So
no, McCarthy's offensive minded. McCarthy likes to run the ball.
That's running the ball, but I'm talking about that benefits Aaron. Like Aaron is a thrower. Like he wants to throw.
No, but But McCarthy, no, because Aaron Rodgers had multiple 4,000-yard passing seasons under McCarthy. So it's not like McCarthy was like locking him down and not letting him be Aaron. He was still doing his thing.
I think part of the reason that the things you guys are talking about is part of the reason why Aaron Rodgers didn't experience the postseason success. It's a combination of those defenses plus Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think lightning struck in a bottle when they came and they strolled into the playoffs. They walked. They were a wild card team when they won their championship. They weren't supposed to do that. That was all overachieving. Every game was on the road. Every game was adversity. Every game they were not the favorite, and they did it. But like every other year, it was like
getting blown out.
Those two problems, and Mike McCarthy and defensive.
Yeah.
They didn't have it those years. They just weren't good enough to compete.
Yeah, I get what y'all saying, but man, Aaron Rodgers, that touchdown to interception ratio, man, I don't know, man. I know it is crazy work, man. Crazy work. Well, all right, fellas, man. Y'all have yourself a blessed night.
All right, brother.
Man,
you too.
Man, Bruce, I hope you choke on your water, man.
Damn. Okay.
Man, don't.
Wow.
Just don't talk too crazy about my Steelers, man. I don't just take it easy on the champ. Take it easy on the champ.
No doubt, man. All right. Appreciate it.
Hurt me.
All right, brother, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Later, bro.
Love you too, bro.
What's up, Steve? What's going on, man?
What up, fellas?
Steve.
All right.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the trade. I know that was the main topic, and maybe expound a little bit on Pittsburgh's potential season. I get why they made the deal. I don't think it's like this isn't like a deep playoff type of deal. This isn't a groundbreaking deal that's going to Pittsburgh's now like going to win the division or like make a Super Bowl run type of deal. But if things work out, and they need a lot to work out because they're older in a lot of key positions. So if things work out, I mean, I get it. You might win a couple more regular season games. You might get past the first round, depending on how things go. But I get it. Ramsey's a versatile defensive back, and Steve's right. Like he's the type of dude that he's a gamer, man. Like he just plays hard. He's gonna, he'll take his matchups seriously, and for the most part, I don't think he's going to win everything against the Cincinnati. Again, I'm not shit talking Baltimore. They don't really have anything on the outside that's like scares me like Cincinnati does. I think that's just a fair take. But like in a matchup with like Cincinnati, like he's not going to win them all, but man, he's going to fight tooth and nail, and that's what you're bringing him in for. And I like Minka. I thought Minka was a dog, but man, these last couple of years he just can't stay healthy. So I get it, and then you get a quality tight end out of it.
Steve, I don't think he was healthy in Miami before that. I think he missed games.
He did.
Yeah, he's had some injuries because ever since he got out of Alabama, he's had some health stuff. And
well, like if I remember correctly, his build is a little bit more slight. He's not as sturdy as, say for example, like Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey's a big
no. He's not. He's not a big safety. Like he's not, but he plays like it. Like he sticks his nose in things, and I think that's what he gets hurt because
sure
he is just a little bit more frail compared to your typical safety. I just don't think he has the weight. But yeah, I get why. I think it makes sense. You can add somebody on the boundary to go with Porter Jr., he's not bad. He has his moments. I don't think he's a Pro Bowl type guy, but he's definitely he'll playing alongside someone like Ramsey will definitely help. And losing someone like Minka does hurt, but at the same time, it's like if you can move Ramsey into in a safety position where you don't have to take him off the field, he's more versatile. I think it makes sense.
That's why I like him playing nickel too. He'll play a lot of nickel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can move him around, and it's like you can't really do that with Minka. Granted, that's not his position, but I thought the deal made sense. Plus, you get a quality tight end out of it. I'm cool with having multiple tight ends. Give Rodgers a few tight ends. Let him have them. Like that. I think that's fine.
I remember a tight end for the Packers who was very, very talented.
Jared Cook?
No, before Cook. Finley. Right before Cook.
Sterling.
Finley.
I mean, not Sterling. Finley.
Mike Finley. Who, like when they connected, I mean, there were some incredible plays. I mean, obviously, different time in his career, but like you got a guy who gets down the seam and you could go over the top. It's a threat. You know, in the NFL, it's always about the threat. You know, where is a team threatened? So, you know, you go to the outside, you go to the numbers. Is it going to be up the seam? You know, the levels, you know, you just have to be multidimensional. You're not going to beat a team with one thing, you know.
Right. And I'm cool with having two tight ends like John New and Firemouth. Like, you got
players,
two guys
that's solid.
Yeah, man. Like, you got guys that you can line up in different spots. You can flex them out. They can play H-back. Like, there's different things you can do. And with
maybe the Steelers get more creative this year, right? Because they know that Rodgers can make some throws, right?
And he loves his tight ends.
That's what I wanted to transition this conversation to expound upon, like Pittsburgh's potential, where the defense is going to be solid. I don't think they're a top 5 type defense, especially you're getting guys a little older. But they're definitely a playoff worthy defense. They're always going to roll out a team that can compete on that side of the ball. This comes down to last year, the things that they struggled in. Their red zone offense was absolutely atrocious. I mean, once they hit the 20-yard line, it was like you knew it was just a matter of time. If they hit the 20-yard line, it was just a matter of time before the field goal unit came out. Aaron Rodgers right away adds to that, where it's like the guy gets the ball out on time. He's extremely accurate. You have, granted, I don't think they're outside the hash. I mean, they got DK, but I think Austin playing a little bit of slot. I think they brought in Robert Woods. Like, you have guys that they don't need to beat you downfield.
Hey, Steve, can I give you a scenario? Steve, can I give you a scenario?
Yeah.
All right. 1st and goal at the 9. Do they throw the ball 3-4 times in a row with Aaron Rodgers?
Probably. But no, not with that rookie, though. Not with the rookie.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that they have to. They can. Like, that's definitely in the playbook now. Like, you couldn't do that really with Russ or with Fields. But it's like, if you choose to and you find a matchup with Rodgers, I'm allowing him to do that, if that makes sense. Like, if it calls for it and it's like, hey, we're getting like 4 to 5 yards clip, maybe I'll soften it up a little bit and run it. But it's like, hey, Aaron Rodgers is hot. He found his matchup. I'm not pulling the plug on that. I'm letting Rodgers.
Are Steelers fans ready for this?
Of course.
There's going to be some of this.
We have quarterback fatigue, bro. Like, we're tired of watching these bums roll out here. Like, I love Ben. His last year, it was rough. I mean, he got us in the playoffs, but it's like, it was rough. I mean, and the problem was our line was atrocious those last couple of years with Ben. So Bennett is in an older age, which in his prime, he could run around and make things happen.
Well, Ben was always holding the ball. And then at the end, you can't hold the ball. Tom Brady taught us you cannot hold the ball.
Correct.
Well, I'd push back a little bit. In his earlier career, he held on the ball and he would make things happen. He had a way better line. Towards the end, those last couple of years, like when Bell and Brown left, and it was like Juju Smith-Schuster, dude, the line was so bad. Ben didn't have any time. I mean, the line was awful.
Yeah, now, but one defender was bringing Ben down at the end. Back in the day, it was 2 or 3, and guys were sliding off.
Yeah, and that's where it's like it's just not the same guy. But my point being is, if you can have a guy like Rodgers, now granted, he has to stay healthy. They got to keep him upright. Like, there's a lot of things that contribute to this scenario. But hypothetically, if the line can withstand and do their job, if you give me a guy like Rodgers, multiple tight ends, DK, and some slot receivers that can run, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's like this isn't a Super Bowl team. Like, but if anybody says that they're just twerking, they're crazy. But I definitely think this is a team that could possibly win 10, 11 games, get in and maybe win a first-round team if they're healthy. Now, if they're healthy, is huge because they're getting a little older at defensive end. Hypothetically, they bring Watt back. They're a little older there. Ramsey's a little older. Rodgers obviously is older. DK's still tough, but I don't know if this is prime DK anymore. I mean, we'll see. But, a lot of positions, they're in key spots. They're a little older. So I'm not saying it's like, oh, gosh, here I'm twerking for Pittsburgh, and it's Super Bowl, here we come. But in all reality, I think if things can play out right and they stay healthy, definitely think they can make the playoffs. Now, it's just tough in that division because I think Cincinnati's going to have a better start and a better season than they did last year. The way they finished up the season, that was a playoff type team.
Right.
And then obviously you have Baltimore still. So it's like, can they finish top 2 in the division? I don't know. I don't even know if the things they've done with Rodgers and Ramsey's and DK, I don't even know if that puts them in the top 2 of the division. I'm just being a realist, but do I think they can still get in as a wild card? I think it's possible. But I just, the things they have to improve on, which I do think they've addressed, I think immediately they're a better red zone team right now with Rodgers and what they have than they have been in the last 4 years. I mean, it's been bad the last 4. I mean, it's just you're watching a field goal game. It's just that's pretty much what Steelers football has become. Turn the ball over, settle for a field goal. Turn the ball over, settle for a field goal. That's just like you're not going to win games getting 3. There's just no way. So immediately having a guy like Rodgers and the precision passing and the accuracy, like you're automatically on paper, you're doing better in the red zone right now. Now, whether they throw the ball 3 times from 1st and 9, I don't know. I think you have that Caleb Johnson from Iowa, he's a bigger back. So it's like, I wouldn't ignore him inside the 10. If it's rolling, let him have the rock. But at the same time, if Rodgers is still, he's not elite now, but when you look at his numbers last year, granted, it didn't amount to a lot of wins in New York, but the guy can still spin the rock, dude. So it's like, do I think with a coach like Tomlin and a structured organization like Pittsburgh, you put him in the right place? I mean, we've seen older guys win. I'm not saying it's a Super Bowl, but we've seen older guys move teams, go to better franchises and coaching, and it's worked out. We've seen it with Stafford. We've seen it with Manning. We've seen it with Brady. Now, I'm not saying it's going to amount to a Super Bowl, but I like this option better than what we've been dealing with the last 4 years.
No doubt.
I like it.
Steve, we're going to have to leave it right there, man. I appreciate the call, though, bro.
Have a good
Appreciate you, man.
everybody.
All right, man. You too.
Yes, sir. You too, bro.
Everybody
All right,
done
cool.
picking on me? Is that right? Are we done? Everybody done beating up on old Sneed?
Yes, we are done.
Duck.
All right, y'all. We are going to go ahead and we're going to leave it right there. Appreciate all the calls from everybody. If you haven't already, make sure you why does this dude do that?
Who is that?
Bruce. Every time.
He got 3 minutes, bro. I'm hungry.
Hey, man, what y'all sleep? Don't y'all boys sleepy, man?
Man, why you always damn? What? Look, man, when we open up the phone lines, call in, man. You always be waiting till the last minute. Go ahead, man.
Kobe.
Hey, man, the Steelers gonna be dangerous this year, though, man. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man. Aaron Rodgers is going to show people because he's coming off an Achilles injury, man. God damn, give him some grace. They going to play, man. You know, Steelers always going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep it real short. I was hearing y'all talk about my boys, the Ravens, first 6 coming out the gate, boys, to be tough. Not really. We be punished great. But I mean, for the past 3 years, that's what we did. We punished the best teams in the league and shit off in the playoffs. Man, come on now. We punished Detroit every year, and what else we got? Whoever. That's what we did. We beat the best teams in the league during the regular season, and playoff time, we shit the bed. We shit the bed. Every year, man, we shit the bed. You know, turnovers, mainly turnovers. Fumbles, preferably. But Steelers will be good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the AFC North is going to be thick. I think Aaron Rodgers will have a good year. Last year, he threw 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Yeah, it's a solid year. Yeah, it wasn't terrible statistically.
It didn't jump off the screen, but
right.
There's going to be way more debate. Come on, Steelers going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC North going to be tough. The Browns, man, listen, it's going to be tough. You're going to get 3 in the playoffs like we did. You're going to get 3. Cincinnati's going this year. Ain't no more slow. They come out the gate flaming. I foresee that already.
Mm.
And y'all keep talking about everybody low enough for Jamar Chase. But that shit. What about us? Yeah, but Jamar Chase a bad boy, man. Cincinnati going to be damn, man. The AFC, look at this. That's the hardest division in football. Without question. We getting 3 in, most likely.
Bro, he cooking right now.
I like that 12-5. I like a 13-4. You're gonna lose 4. But that don't matter. What matters is January, February.
You already know.
As far as like the Steelers, man, they're gonna be tough. I think about 10 wins. I see Steelers getting 10 wins. So, man, boys have a good night, man. That boys old men all sleepy, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the call, Bruce. What up?
Hold on, before we go, nobody you ain't talking about the Ravens got one time, man. Got Steelers up there, you got this up there. I mean, goddamn, get no Ravens on.
No, not yet. It's not. No.
Yeah, I mean, the Jai Alexander thing was last week. We talked about the Ravens last week.
No, not on quick hits. We ain't getting no topic for us.
Man, look, the Ravens coming. Don't worry about that, man. I got you.
All right, man. Go ahead, go to sleep, sleepy, man. Go ahead. Man, you need to start participating too, man. More too. You're supposed to be a host of an up-and-coming podcast. You don't participate. You don't talk. You just sit back and watch everybody else do the work. I'm the about you. Around about 10 o'clock, that's when you start getting sleepy and shit. You don't want to talk. No enthusiasm or nothing, Brucey. All right, man. I do say I'm hit you up, man.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Have a good one, bro.
They went from Steve back to Bruce.
Yeah, bro. I got beat down. Now Bruce getting beat down. Man.
Right.
I'm safe.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great night, man. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Peace.
Yes, sir.